Chapter 2861 Devil May Cry Sky Spider Stone. Yi Tian also has some eternal supreme gold coins, which were exchanged with other supreme Dao realm transactions in these years. Moreover, in order to participate in this auction, he also exchanged some precious resources that were not too helpful to him, and exchanged for hundreds of thousands of eternal gold coins. Of course, if he doesn't find a suitable auction item, he won't participate in the auction either. Soon, the auction has started. There are no real auction items in the Supreme Void, only projections, but after all, this is still an auction held by the elders of the Congenital Origin Alliance and absolutely dare not falsify. Moreover, such auctions have been held many times, and many Supreme Dao realms are very relieved. The first auction item appears. Open black lens bracket old real gold close black lens bracket. This treasure can be integrated into the will and protect the will from being disturbed by external forces. For many Supreme Dao realms, this old true gold is of high value. Of course, Yi Tian doesn't like this kind of treasure. In the end, the old real gold was auctioned away by a 8th level Supreme Daoist with 600 eternal Supreme Gold coins. Subsequently, a piece of good stuff was put up for auction. For example, the items of the 6th sequence of Supreme Dao rules. There are auctions here. If it is in normal times, it can't be exchanged at all. Of course, this kind of treasure may not be available in many auctions. And this 6th sequence Supreme Dao rule item attracted many auctions from the Supreme Dao realm, and the final transaction price reached 6,300 eternal Supreme Gold coins. Gradually, a lot of auction items were auctioned, and it was almost time for the final auction item. The next auction item is a 4th sequence Supreme Dao rule item. As soon as the auctioneer finished speaking, he attracted the attention of many Daoists. Even Suya was excited. The items of the 4th sequence of Supreme Dao rules are of great use to Elder Ji Yuyang. He will put them up for auction. Even if there is a Supreme Dao realm sent for auction, Elder Ji Yuyang will take it privately. It is impossible to get it auction. Suya was surprised. It should be a 4th sequence Supreme Rule item with low quality and huge side effects. Yi Tian guessed. Definitely is. Suya affirmed. In the anticipation of many Supreme Dao realm, an item appeared. 4th sequence of Supreme Rule items. Devil May Cry Sky Spider Stone. Medium quality. Side effect is that after refining, it may trigger the sound of Devil May Cry. Once touched, the body will die, Dao will disappear, urine, and slightly affect the source and will. Close black lens bracket. Seeing that it was the Devil May Cry Sky Spider Stone, Ji Jing who was present cursed at him. I thought it was a good thing. Isn't this the Devil May Cry Spider Stone? I remember that 30 million years ago, a copy of the Devil May Cry Spider Stone appeared. It was acquired by the Dragon King Overlord. I haven't seen it for a long time. It's time for the Dragon King Overlord. Isn't this the Dragon Emperor Overlord Devil May Cry Spider Stone? It's really possible that it's the Devil May Cry Spider Stone owned by the Dragon Emperor's Overlord. Give this thing to me, I don't even want it, and it will be auctioned at the auction. You can't say that. This is an item of the 4th sequence of the Supreme Law. Once it is refined without touching the sound of Devil May Cry, you can understand the 4th sequence of the Supreme Law. Then you can just stop refining it. Whoever dares to gamble, once they lose the bet, they will perish. At this moment, a member of the 9th level Supreme Dao realm revealed, this should be the Devil May Cry Sky Spider Stone of the Dragon Emperor Overlord, and I am familiar with the Dragon Emperor Overlord. Not long ago, he fell, and he fell in the family retreat. As for how it fell, it's hard for me to guess. But after the Overlord Dragon Emperor fell, the descendants of his family sold all kinds of treasures, among them this Devil May Cry Sky Spider Stone. Doesn't this mean that the Overlord of the Dragon Emperor is the one who refined and transformed the Devil May Cry Sky Spider Stone? The Overlord of the Dragon Emperor has obtained this Devil May Cry Spider Stone for a long time. It should be after comprehending the rules of the 5th sequence to perfection, he tried to refine the Devil May Cry Spider Stone, but he fell down. It's a pity. The Overlord of the Dragon Emperor is a strong man from the 9th level to the peak of the Taoist realm. Such a strong man, as long as he does not encounter serious danger, he will hardly die. Although these Supreme Dao realms look down on the Devil May Cry Spider Stone, it has to be said that the Devil May Cry Spider Stone contains a very powerful 4th order Supreme Dao rule, and its value is still there. At this time, the auctioneer said, "Everyone, the sound of Devil May Cry Spider Stone is indeed terrifying, but if you find the sacred fruit of the sound of nature, you can resist the sound of Devil May Cry. Tianlai Shengguo, that kind of treasure is a legendary treasure, and its value is still higher than that of the Devil May Cry Spider Stone. Even if it is a normal 4th order Supreme Dao rule item, it is more than enough. Yuji Daojing said. However, the auction continued. Devil May Cry Spider Stone, starting price 80,000 Eternal to Gold Coin Factory. This starting price is not high at all, it can even be said to be very cheap. It should be the descendants of the overlord of the Dragon Emperor in order to accumulate more wealth to train their own people and strengthen the family. They don't care how much they can sell, they just want to be able to sell. 61,000 Eternal Gold Coins. A Supreme Daojin competed. Yi Tian frowned slightly, he really wanted to get the Devil May Cry Sky Spider Stone. This thing was of great help to him. If he succeeded in the bidding, he would definitely be able to elevate the fourth sequence to the realm of the Tao rule. After all, this Devil May Cry Sky Spider Stone is huge, and there are so many origins of the fourth sequence of Supreme Tao rules contained in it. But I didn't expect that the Devil May Cry Sky Spider Stone with such a side effect would be willing to bid for it. 63,000 Eternal Gold Coins. Yi Tian opened his mouth to bid. Suya on the side looked at Yi Tian in surprise, but when she thought that Yi Tian's avatar was very special, she might use the avatar to refine the Devil May Cry Sky Spider Stone. But under normal circumstances, the will of the avatar and the main body are one. Once the will of the avatar is killed, the will of the main body will be severely damaged, and even permanent trauma will be left. Perhaps Yi Tian's avatar is too special to avoid Li Hao this situation. Otherwise, she couldn't think of why Yi Tian would bid for the Devil May Cry Spider Stone. 70,000 Eternal Gold Coins. 80,000 Eternity to Gold Coins. 100,000 Eternal Gold Coins. Yi Tian is constantly competing with that 9th level Supreme Taoist. Little guy, do you really want to compete with me? The 9-layered Taoist sent a message to Yi Tian. Yi Tian ignored the other party, but asked Suya, Master Su, who is this 9th realm? Suya said, a member of the Qin clan who is at the 9th level of the Tao realm is also a deacon. It is said that the Qin clan has a strong man with a severely damaged foundation at the peak of the 9th level of the Tao realm. If he successfully comprehend the rules of the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao, the Qin family will spend a lot of money to repair his foundation and let it break through to the 9th level of Supreme Tao realm. Therefore, that one will give it a go, and this is that one heirs of the Chapter 2862 Lost Gold Leaf. It turns out that's the case, no wonder they compete with me for the Devil May Cry Spider Stone. Yi Tian will definitely not give up and continue to increase the price. 150,000 Eternity Gold Coins. 200,000 Eternity Gold Coins. Soon, the price soared to 300,000 Eternal Gold Coins. The other party was very annoyed and threatened Yi Tian again and again, but Yi Tian ignored them. In the end, Yi Tian won the auction with a price of 320,000 Eternal Gold Coins. You wait for me, the 9th realm of the Qin clan said coldly. In fact, he also felt that his father's success rate was not very high, and he would probably die, so he didn't want to buy it at all costs, otherwise it would be a waste of his own wealth. For the other party's threat, Yi Tian is not afraid at all, it's just a 9th level Tao realm, and he is not afraid now. Moreover, when his cultivation reaches the peak of the 7th layer to the Tao realm, he can hit the 8th layer to the Tao realm. At that time, with his strength, he will be almost invincible in the 9th level to Tao realm, unless he encounters an evildoer like Su Changsheng, the Emperor of Longevity, or the 9th level to Tao realm who is on the road to the strongest Tao, otherwise he can ignore it. Subsequently, another good thing being auctioned off. Finally, the finale item arrived. A golden leaf emerges, this is the grand finale. Seeing the golden leaves, many of the highest Tao realms recognized 093, and they were quite excited. This is the lost gold leaf. You can hold the lost gold leaf, pass through the lost time and space, and enter the lost realm. Each leaf can allow a Supreme Tao realm to stay in the lost realm for 10,000 Supreme Tao era. What is its value? Everyone should, as you all know, the auction starts now, and the starting price is 200,000 Eternal Gold Coins. After the auctioneer finished speaking, a group of Supreme Tao realm began bidding. Even Suya started bidding, which shows how precious this kind of treasure is. Lord Su, what's going on with this lost gold leaf, lost in time and space? It hasn't been long since he became an official member, and it's the first time he's seen lost gold leaf, so he doesn't know much about it. Suya introduced. The void realm is endless, and the lost realm is a special area, but to enter the lost realm, you need to pass through the lost time and space, and without the lost gold leaf, you can't enter at all. No matter how powerful Zhouzhang, even the Tao realm can't compete with the lost time and space. However, the existence beyond the 9th level to the Tao realm can find the lost gold leaf in the lost time and space, so the lost gold leaf is extremely precious. In addition, the lost gold leaf is a consumable item. A piece of lost gold leaf can only stay in the lost realm for 10,000 AHAG years. Is there anything good in the lost realm? Yi Tian asked again. Suya said. The lost realm has all kinds of treasures, and even treasures that are helpful for surpassing the 9th level Supreme Tao realm, as well as the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao rule items. Of course, the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao rule items in the lost realm must be it is very difficult to obtain. Even for an existence like Elder Ji Yuyong, it is extremely difficult to find the items of the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao rules in the lost realm. Moreover, existences beyond the 9th level of Supreme Tao realm dare not enter the lost realm domain, at most they dare to enter lost time and space. Why dare not enter the lost realm? Yi Tian was puzzled. I'm afraid it will cause great terror. Suya said. What kind of great terror is it? Those existences beyond the 9th level to the Tao realm have not been mentioned. I see. Yi Tian is very interested in the lost realm at the moment, but he can't compete for the lost gold leaf right now, because he doesn't have enough eternal gold coins. Moreover, he could not compete with those big forces, such as the Su, Qin and so on. Soon, the bidding price for the lost gold leaf soared to 500,000 eternity gold coins, and it was even soaring. Finally, it was auctioned by a 9th level Supreme Taoist from the Luo clan at a high price of 860,000 eternal Supreme gold coins. Just when many Supreme Tao realms thought the auction was about to end, another piece of lost gold leaf was put up for auction. Another lost gold leaf. Many Supreme Tao realms were extremely surprised. Then, they started bidding again, and this time the bidding price reached 85 million. Then, another lost gold leaf was put up for auction. It seems that Elder Ji Yuyong found a lot of lost gold leaves in lost time and space. Yi Tian guessed. Time flies. A total of 9 lost gold leaves were auctioned in this auction, which made many Supreme Tao realms extremely satisfied. And Yi Tian didn't compete for one piece, and of course he didn't want to go now. After all, his strength is still too weak. If he went, it would undoubtedly be a waste of October lost golden leaf. After the cultivation base reaches the 8th level to the Taoist realm, then find a way to obtain the lost gold leaf and enter the lost realm. Yi Tian decided. The auction is over. Yi Tian paid the eternity gold coins. His eternity gold coins are all stored in the account of the Supreme Void, and can be paid directly, and the auction items will be sent to the fortress where he is, and the Black Guard will personally deliver them. Winter Night Stronghold. The Black Guard sent a box to Yi Tian, opened the box, and revealed the Devil May Cry Spider Stone. After confirming that it was correct, Yi Tian accepted the item. The guard in black left immediately. Devil May Cry Sky Spider Stone, it's here. Yi Tian returned to the mansion and began to announce the retreat. Then, he began to refine this Devil May Cry Sky Spider Stone. Boom! With the help of the Devil May Cry Spider Stone, he sensed the origin of the 4th sequence of supreme principles contained in the Devil May Cry Spider Stone, which far surpassed the Eternal Night Black Water. I still underestimated the Devil May Cry Spider Stone, but it's right to think about it carefully. It can kill everyone from the 9th level to the Tao realm. How terrifying is the origin of the 4th sequence of lane rules contained inside? Yi Tian murmured. Subsequently, he began to comprehend the rules of the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao. In the process of constant comprehension, his 4th sequence of Supreme Tao rules slowly progressed. Unexpected, a strange voice sounded, Devil May Cry. Yi Tianming enlightened. Boom, his will was directly annihilated, and this body was completely destroyed. However, he had already disconnected the duplicated bodies, so the sound of Devil May Cry was not heard by the other duplicated bodies, otherwise the other duplicated bodies would be unwell and suffer severe injuries. After the duplicate body died, the memory was transmitted. What a terrifying Devil May Cry Spider Stone. Yi Tian sighed with emotion. Next, he continued to condense his real body to copy his body to comprehend the rules of the 4th sequence, but he was killed by the sound of Devil May Cry again and again. The years passed. Yi Tian's 4th sequence of Supreme Tao rules has been raised step by step from 20% to 27%, 28%, 29%, and 30%. Unknowingly, tens of thousands of Tao-era years have passed. But at this moment, Yi Tian still hasn't consumed the Devil May Cry Sky Spider Stone. Reference 2863 Direct Mission, Sneak into the Blood of Heaven. The 4th sequence of Supreme Tao rules has been comprehended to 46% of the realm. Yi Tian also didn't expect that a Devil May Cry Sky Spider Stone could allow him to comprehend the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao rules to this level. If you get more Devil May Cry Spider Stones, you can definitely comprehend the rules of the 4th sequence to 100%. But such treasures are extremely rare, and it would be too difficult to obtain another one. Direct assignment. Yi Tian received a notice from the Congenital Origin Alliance, asking him to complete a direct mission. Official members of the Congenital Origin Alliance have to complete a task every million to Dao era. This is the rule of the Congenital Origin Alliance, but almost all of them choose a simple task at random, such as guarding a certain area and so on. But there are special circumstances, such as an urgent matter in a certain place, and many official members are unwilling to go, so it is necessary to forcefully dispatch tasks. This kind of task is a direct dispatch task. Yi Tian didn't expect to be assigned a direct assignment. Mission: infiltrate the blood of the Supreme Tao, the Void Devil, and kill the Alchemy Emperor Shu Guang. Task time limit: 6000 Supreme Tao era. Mixed into the blood of the Supreme Tao, Void Demon, and the Heavenly Blood, is the Congenital Origin Alliance crazy. Yi Tian immediately applied to the Congenital Origin Alliance to cancel this mission. However, not long after, the reply from the Congenital Origin Alliance came. You can choose to give up, but the task cannot be cancelled. Yi Tian is very clear about the consequences of giving up the mission, that is, to continue to forcefully send the mission directly. The second direct mission is almost impossible to complete. If you give up the 3 direct missions, you will be deprived of your status as a full member of the Innate Origin Alliance, and nothing else. However, many things will be inconvenient if you lose your official membership of the Congenital Origin Alliance. For example, he cannot enter the Supreme Void, nor can he participate in Elder Ji Yuyang's auction, and it is difficult to obtain information and so on. Go and ask Su Territory Master to see what's going on. I'm the 7th level Supreme Tao realm on the road to the strongest Tao. It stands to reason that the Congenital Origin Alliance attaches great importance to me, and shouldn't send me the task directly. Yi Tian contacted Su Yuzhu and informed him of the situation. Supreme Void. Yi Tian meets Su Ya. Lord Su, do you know what my mission is? Yi Tian asked. Su Ya nodded. I used the relationship of the Su clan, and I finally understood that it was the Qin clan who did it. An elder of the Qin clan is in charge of the direct assignment task, and this time the Qin clan specified that you should take this task. Even if you give up on this mission, there will be other impossible missions. Qin clan, could it be that the last time he competed with me for the Devil May Cry Spider Stone's 9th realm Tao realm, he was the one who caused trouble? Yi Tian said. Yes, it's Qin Ming from the Qin clan. He was the one who sought out that elder with the purpose of making you lose your official membership. Once you lose your official membership, according to the regulations of the Innate Origin Alliance, only those who have surpassed the 9th level to Tao realm can be eligible. Join the Congenital Origin Alliance again. Su Ya said helplessly. This rule is very silent, but this is the rule of those old monsters, and no one can change it. Qin Ming, I remember you. Yi Tian was thinking about how to deal with this task. Should he give up, or try to complete it? Who is Dan Emperor Shu Guang? Yi Tian asked. Su Ya passed information about Shu Guang to Yi Tian. It turned out to be a member of the Shu clan's 8th level Supreme Tao realm. Yi Tian was surprised. On the side of Zidao Zumo, there are even traitors from the Congenital Origin Alliance. Su Ya said. Shu Guang is very powerful. Although his combat power is not strong, his research ability is monstrous. He has created countless secret medicines. It is said that he is now creating a secret medicine that can make the Supreme Tao Void Demon improve his bloodline. If he succeeds, the blood of the Supreme Tao Void Demon can be easily improved, and it is even possible to easily cultivate the Supreme Tao Void Demon with the strongest bloodline. If the secret medicine is really created, the strength of the Supreme Tao Void Demon will be astonishingly increased. Therefore, the Congenital Origin Alliance wants to kill Shu Guang now, but Shu Guang is heavily protected, so it is very difficult to be killed by. Lord Yi Yu, I have given up on this task, it is almost impossible to complete. Su Ya persuaded. Let me try, at worst, I will lose a clone. Yi Tian said. Seeing this, Ya didn't say anything. Supreme Void. Yi Tian accepted the mission and obtained 2 items needed for the mission. Even if it is a direct mission, some things will be prepared, and the Innate Origin Alliance will not refuse to give it, even the Qin clan would not dare to do so. The first item is the Supreme Blood Profound Bead, which can turn his body into a Supreme Tao Void Demon, but it is still easy to be seen through when encountering a Supreme Tao Void Demon that surpasses the 9th level Supreme Tao realm. 0. Seeking Flowers. The second item is a drop of special blood of the Shu clan, through which the position of Shu Guang can be sensed. Soon, he just received 2 items, and then he was about to sneak into the Dao Zumo Heavenly Bloodline. The other side, Qin family. Qin Ming received the news. Yi Tian accepted the task and went to Dao Zumo's side. Yi Tian really dared to take on this mission. This time, his avatar is no longer designated, and he might offend Dao Zumo's bloodline. If he is targeted in the future, no matter how many avatars he has, it will be extremely troublesome. Qin Ming sneered. Virtual domain. Naturally, Yi Tian would not really use the blood profound orb to infiltrate the supreme Dao void demon, that would be courting death. Yi Tian copied the body of a void demon of the supreme Dao, and then handed over the special blood of the Shu clan to the cloned body, which allowed the cloned body of the void demon of the supreme Dao to sneak into the territory of the void demon of the supreme Dao. This is better than the blood profound bead, and it is not easy to be discovered. This mission is very tricky, but Yi Tian is also planning to take the opportunity to go to the Dao Zumo side to plunder some resources, so this trip is not in vain. You have to mix into the heavenly bloodline step by step. Yi Tian murmured. Then, in the next few days, he entered a tribe of supreme Dao void demons, and then tried to contact the supreme Dao void demons of the heavenly blood lineage as the tribal supreme Dao void demons, and investigated the identities and status of some supreme Dao void demons of the heavenly blood lineage. Choose a suitable target, kill it, and replace the identity of the other party. This day, Yi Tian finally found a suitable target. The blood of the sky, the blood of the supreme Dao virtual demon Shui Wangzi, and the 6th level of the supreme Dao virtual demon, but the blood is weak and the combat power is not strong. Shui Wangzi's identity is unusual. He is the descendant of the 9-layer supreme Dao void demon, but he is only one of many descendants. This Shui Wangzi has no strong guards around him, and he is also very lonely. Kill him, quickly copy his body, and replace his identity. Yi Tian decided. In this case, he will find a way to make Shui Wangzi grow up, get the attention of the heavenly bloodline, and then mix into the core area of the heavenly bloodline, and find the Pill Emperor. In this way, it is possible to complete the task, and there is hope to use Shui Wangzi's identity to obtain the resources of the supreme Dao void demon. Maybe with good luck, there are still people who hope to obtain the 4th sequence supreme rule items with low quality and high side effects. Chapter 2864 Blood Curse Sky Stone. After Yi Tian's continuous planning, his copy body of Blood Wangzi gradually showed his talent, and he also gained the attention of the blood of the sky. And after mixing with the heavenly bloodline, he knew the true strength of the heavenly bloodline. The heavenly blood lineage has 3 lineage masters and more than 70 demon masters, each of whom is above the 9th level supreme Dao realm. And the entire Zidao void demon side has 63 veins, all of which are similar to the scale of the heavenly blood lineage. The most powerful of them is the Mogu lineage, but this lineage rarely participates in the invasion, and sits in the Zidao in the central area of the void demon territory. The other 62 veins have to supply the Mogu lineage. The strength of the void demon of the supreme Dao is so terrifying, no wonder the congenital origin alliance dare not invade the void demon of the supreme Dao. Yi Tian murmured. Fortunately, Shui Wangzi has a very high status in the heavenly blood lineage. Not only is Shui Wangzi's father a 303 virtual demon of the 9th layer supreme Dao, but there is also a demon master as the ancestor. Of course, the supreme Dao void demon does not pay attention to the blood of family, but only the talent of the blood, and only those who have the talent of the blood will be valued. If the blood is weak, it will simply let it fend for itself. To the interior of Dao Zumo, the law of the jungle is vividly reflected. This day, Yi Tian raised Shui Wangzi's body to the level of a 7th level supreme Dao void demon, and continuously tempered his blood through the 4th sequence of supreme Dao rules, which also improved his blood a lot. In fact, the blood of this body has already reached the top level, but there are some flaws. It is necessary to comprehend the higher rules of the Dao and temper the blood day and night, so that the strength of the blood can be unleashed. Therefore, after Yi Tian's operation, this duplicate body has become a genius among the supreme Dao void demons, but compared with those supreme Dao void demons with the strongest blood, it is still not qualified. Heavenly Blood Realm. This is the territory in the core of the heavenly blood lineage. It is a world opened up by the heavenly blood lineage. There are countless fortresses and caves inside, and many supreme Dao virtual demons live here. However, those who do not have a certain status and identity are still not qualified to enter here. Yi Tian confirmed that Shu Guang was staying in the heavenly blood realm through that drop of special blood from the Shu clan. It's here. Yi Tian made sure that Shu Guang was staying inside the huge fortress ahead, which was the fortress of a demon lord from the heavenly bloodline. It is impossible for him to enter that fortress. The supreme Dao void demon guards there will not leave all year round, and he cannot replace them even if he wants to. We can only wait for Shu Guang to come out. Yi Tian secretly thought. In the years that followed, Yi Tian practiced silently in the heavenly blood realm, and occasionally made friends with some powerful void demons of the Supreme Tao, and gradually became acquainted with them here. Of course, even if the body is copied, it is not without the possibility of exposure. For example, those demon masters use powerful deduction weapons to deduce his identity, then he is easy to be exposed. But unless he is suspected, the regiment will be deduced by the demon masters. Therefore, it is unlikely that he will be exposed. In the years that followed, he inquired about the information on the items of the fourth sequence of Supreme Tao rules. As a result, I really got it. Blood Curse Sky Stone. This is a treasure of the fourth sequence of the Supreme Tao rule from the side of the Supreme Tao Void Demon. Once they found a vein of Blood Curse Sky Stone, which even caused a sensation. But later, they found that the Blood Curse Sky Stone was too pitted. Although it could help the Supreme Tao Void Demon to comprehend the fourth sequence of Supreme Tao rules, the sequelae were too terrible. First of all, the bloodline will gradually dry up. The Supreme Tao Void Demon depends on the bloodline, and the bloodline is strong to grow faster. If the bloodline is exhausted, the combat power will decline, and it will not be able to break through. But this is only one of the sequelae. The greater sequelae is the power of the curse. The Blood Curse Sky Stone contains the curse power formed by the fourth sequence of the Supreme Law. Even if you understand the fourth sequence of the Supreme Law, there is no way to get rid of this curse. If time goes by, the body will be cursed. Erosion damage. Of course, it's not impossible to counteract the power of the curse, but they all treat the symptoms but not the root cause, or the price paid is too high to be worth it. Therefore, over time, the Blood Curse Sky Stone is useless, unless it is some kind of war, which requires the sacrifice of a group of Supreme Tao virtual demons, so that they can comprehend the rules of the fourth sequence of Supreme Tao by relying on the Blood Curse Sky Stone, and then stabilize bloodline to maintain peak combat power for a period of time. But under normal circumstances, it would not do so. Therefore, the Blood Curse Sky Stone was stored as a strategic material, and it was hardly activated. The good news is that the Blood Curse Sky Stone is not precious in the Supreme Tao Void Demon, and the bad news is that I am not eligible to exchange for the Blood Curse Sky Stone now. Yi Tian felt a little helpless about this. Those who are really qualified to use a large amount of Blood Curse Sky Stones are those demon masters, and they have the right to take a bunch of Blood Curse Sky Stones from the treasure house. We have to shape the character design so that Shui Wangzi likes to study blood, study various things, and then make some good things, and then apply for the Blood Curse Sky Stone to study. Yi Tian thinks that only by doing this can he hope to get the Blood Curse Sky Stone. So, he did it next. Moreover, he has a duplicate body, and he can really research something. In the following hundreds of Supreme Tao eras, Yi Tian experimented with a large number of Supreme Tao virtual demons and killed them secretly, but he also produced some results one after another. These achievements can't enhance the strength of Zidao Zumo, but they are indeed useful, and the value is not low, so that the demon masters of the blood lineage know the name of Shuihuangzi. After coming to the Heaven Blood Realm for more than 1,000 Supreme Tao eras, Yi Tian finally went to find the Supreme Tao Void Demon Lord behind his own lineage, Blood Chen Demon Lord. Blood Chen Demon Lord Fortress. Yi Tian came here and respectfully said, I have seen the ancestor. Shui Wangzi, I heard that you have created a lot of things recently. The Blood Chen Demon Lord asked. Yi Tian nodded. Ancestor, I have recently researched a little thing, but now I am studying how to extract the source of the rule of the ultimate rule from 2.6 items of the rule of the highest rule, and present it. Even if most of the source is wasted, it will not affected by the sequelae. And, it has had some effect. You researched this thing? The Blood Chen Demon Lord was shocked. Yes. Yi Tian flickered again. But I need better materials. I want to curse the Sky Stone with blood. Blood Curse Sky Stone, yes, if you really achieve a little bit of research results, then you will be a hero of the heavenly blood lineage. The Demon Lord Xuechun said excitedly. He never thought that his descendant was fooling him. In the forest of the highest level of blood demons, how dare the weak ones fool the superiors? So, he didn't think too much about it. However, Yi Tian was really just cheating to get the Blood Curse Sky Stone. Chapter 2865 Successful Attack. This is the Blood Curse Sky Stone. Yi Tian looked at the pile of blood-colored stones in front of him, showing a look of excitement. This is the item of the fourth sequence of Supreme Tao rules. It can be obtained easily, which is a bit unreal. Then start practicing. He announced the retreat, and as for killing Xu Guang, he temporarily forgot about it, and if he could finish it, he would finish it, and if he couldn't finish it, it was no big deal. Subsequently, he began to refine the blood-cursed sky stone. Refining the first blood-cursed sky stone, the blood of this duplicate body began to dry up, and wisps of cursed power began to haunt it. However, he didn't care about it at all, and continued to comprehend the rules of the fourth sequence of Supreme Tao. With the passage of time, Yi Tian's fourth sequence of Supreme Tao rules gradually improved. This day, the loss of this duplicate body was too serious, and it was corroded and collapsed by the power of the curse. So, he condensed a new duplicate body, continued to refine the blood-cursed sky stone, and continued to comprehend the rules of the fourth sequence. Certainly, he also copied a weak void demon of the Supreme Tao, working in the blood realm, and at the same time monitoring where Shu Guang was, waiting for 07 to come out. Finally on this day, he arrived at Shu Guang. Under the protection of a group of void demon guards of the Supreme Tao, Shu Guang left the blood realm, not knowing where he was going. After Yi Tian knew this information, he left the customs directly. He was going to attack Shu Guang, but before he left, he asked for another batch of blood-cursed sky stones, and then ran away. Yan Yunhai, Shu Guang came here. He came here to look for materials. His research experiments are still short of some materials, but he needs to find them himself to determine whether the materials are available. This kind of thing can only be done by himself. This is the interior of the Supreme Tao Void Demon Heavenly Blood lineage, and he is not afraid that the Supreme Tao realm of the Innate Origin Alliance will come to kill him. Furthermore, he himself is in the 8th level Supreme Tao realm, and there is a 9th level Supreme Tao Virtual Demon around him, and 38th-fold Supreme Tao Virtual Demons protect him, so he hardly has to worry about safety issues. At this time, Yi Tian came here as Shui Huangzi. Certainly. Another copy of his Shui Huangzi body had already run away, otherwise, once Shu Guang was killed, his copy body would not be able to escape. It doesn't matter if you lose other resources, but you can't lose those blood-cursed sky stones. What did Shu Guang come to Yanyanhai? Don't care, just condense the real body here to copy the body, and then attack and kill Shu Guang. Yi Tian murmured. Soon, the real body copied the body successfully. He quickly shuttled to the sea of flame clouds. Kill. Yi Tian used the fourth sequence of the Supreme Law of the Law to use the fourth sequence of the Supreme Law of the Law to kill Shu Guang. As long as he touched Shu Guang would undoubtedly die. However, at this moment, a ray of light appeared on Shu Guang's body, forming a defense, trying to resist this attack, and his lane guards reacted very quickly. Boom! These paramount demons cast a large defensive array, immediately forming a terrifying defense. Although Yi Tian's blow knocked away the group of Supreme Tao demons, the remaining attack did not break through the defense on Shu Guang's body, but it also shattered the light on Shu Guang's body. Trap him, the leader of the 9 layers Supreme Tao Void Demon ordered. In an instant, these Supreme Tao ghosts disappeared, but Yi Tian was trapped by a large formation. These Supreme Tao Void Demons actually carry formations with them. Yi Tian attacked the large formation with all his strength, but it couldn't be broken for a while. It's no wonder that these paramount demons are allowed to protect Shu Guang. Such a configuration of guards is enough to block a top 9 level Taoist and even trap 10 top 9 level Taoists for a moment. Yi Tian murmured. At this time, Shu Guang retreated far away, fearing that Yi Tian would rush out and kill him. There really is a Supreme Tao realm sneaking in to kill me. Shu Guang was terrified. However, he is not too worried now. With the reaction of the heavenly blood lineage, at most 10 Morris will descend within a few breaths. But at this moment, a figure approached him. It's a Supreme Tao Void Demon. He guessed that the other party might have heard the movement and came to take a look, but he didn't pay much attention. After all, the heavenly blood lineage knew of his existence and would not come to attack him. This void demon of the Supreme Tao killed him, and the rules of the Supreme Tao that permeated his body were the fourth sequence of the Supreme Tao rules. No, the fourth sequence of Supreme Tao rules penetrated his body, and with a slight shock, it directly shattered his body and killed him instantly. Pill Emperor Shu Guang has fallen. Thanks to the extra preparation, otherwise Shu Guang would have survived. And the next breath, a figure descended. It was a demon lord of the blood lineage of heaven, an existence beyond the 9th level to the Tao realm. Without the slightest hesitation, he directly annihilated the 2 duplicate bodies. Duplicating the body to commit suicide, the void demons of the 8th level Supreme Tao and 9th level Supreme Tao void demons were stunned. Seeing a demon lord descending, they all respectfully said, Master Flame Cracking Demon Lord. Shu Guang was killed. The Flame Crack Demon Lord was extremely angry. This group of trash can't even protect a Supreme Tao realm. Forgive me, Lord Flame Breaker, we did not expect this situation. They tried to explain, but the Flame Break Demon Lord directly refused to give them a chance to explain. Shu Guang was too important to the void demons of the Supreme Tao, so he died here. These void demons of the Supreme Tao must die. A gust of wind blew, and these Supreme Tao void demons turned into stone statues, and then 213 collapsed and died. Immediately afterwards, the Demon Lord Flame Crack came to the Heavenly Blood Realm to question the Demon Lord Xuechun. Heavenly Blood Realm, the Flame Crack Demon Lord is here. Master Xuechun, your descendant Shui Wangzi killed Shu Guang. The Demon Lord Xuechun was stunned. Shui Wangzi killed Shu Guang. What are you kidding? He only reached the Dao realm at the 7th level, and Shu Guang has so many Supreme Dao Void Demons to protect him, how could he be killed by Shui Huang? Son killed. Wow! Demon Lord Yan Lai waved his hand, and a picture was projected, which was the scene of Shui Wangzi killing Shu Guang, which was intercepted by Demon Lord Yan Lai. 4th sequence Supreme Dao Rule. Demon Lord Xuechun was surprised. Could it be that Shui Huangzi's research was successful? Shui Huangzi committed suicide, said Demon Lord Yangkrak. What? He killed himself. The Demon Lord Xuechun was stunned, not knowing what the situation was. I suspect that Shui Wangzi is just an avatar, or is controlled by a powerful Supreme Dao realm, or in other special circumstances, I need to use blood to deduce the steel to deduce Shifan. Deputy Yan Lai said. It is good, the Blood Chen Demon Lord responded. Shu Guang was killed. This incident had too much impact. He also knew that Shu Guang's research was about to succeed, and even developed a low-profile version, which can slightly improve the bloodlines of some Supreme Dao Void Demons. So Shu Guang was killed, causing too much loss to the heavenly blood lineage. Chapter 2866 The Angry Blood of Heaven. The Demon Lord of Flame Crack and the Demon Lord of Blood Chen came to the Heavenly Blood Realm to store the Heavenly Blood Deduction Monument. Soon, the Lord Flamebreaker began to deduce. Boom! A strange wave began to sweep across the entire Sky Blood Realm and countless areas around it. Deduction. The Demon Lord of Flame Crack continued to deduce, and after spending a long time, he finally deduced it. Damn it, Demon Lord Xuechun, that Shui Wangzi is not your descendant at all, but the Supreme Dao realm of the Congenital Origin Alliance. I have sensed the connection between Shui Wangzi and the Congenital Origin Alliance. Demon Lord Flame Crack was furious. What? The Demon Lord Xuechun was also annoyed that he was fooled by the Supreme Dao realm of the Innate Origin Alliance. The point is, the other party has to take so many blood-cursed sky stones. No matter how hot and useless the blood-cursed sky stone is, it is still a 4th-order Supreme Dao rule item. Can you deduce who did it? Xuechun Demon Lord asked. The Supreme Taoist who committed suicide, I know who it is Yi Tian from the Innate Origin Alliance. Flame cracked the road. Yi Tian, the evildoer who killed many of our 8th-level Supreme Dao virtual demons and even 9th-level Supreme Dao virtual demons during the war. It is said that this guy has many clones and is very difficult to deal with. Shui Chen said. Yes, it's this guy, that's why he's not afraid of losing a doppelganger. Said the Lord Flame Crack. This kind of strong man with many clones is very difficult to kill. The key is that Yi Tian's clone is exactly the same as the main body. It is impossible to distinguish whether it is a clone or not, so he can't kill it. The Flame Crack Demon Lord would not dare to personally go to the Shantian Origin Alliance to kill Yi Tian, otherwise he would have to die if he couldn't kill Yi Tian. Shu Guang is dead, you have to report to the Pulse Master. Flame cracked the road. Okay, the Demon Lord Xuechun nodded. In short, they are going to be scolded. Soon, they met the Master of the Heavenly Bloodline, Blood Lake Demon Venerable. Main Master, Yan Lai and Shui Chen said respectfully. Is Shu Guang dead? Blood Lake Demon Venerable said coldly. Yes, both the Flame Crack Demon Lord and the Blood Chen Demon Lord trembled slightly. Humph, Blood Lake Demon Lord let out a cold snort, and the two Demon Lords both spat out a mouthful of blood, and were seriously injured. This is punishment, Blood Lake Demon Venerable said coldly. Demon Lord Flame Crack, your fault is even greater. You clearly know that at a critical moment, you should guard Shu Guang at all times, but you didn't follow him when he went out. I thought it should be fine in my own territory. The Flame Crack Demon Lord said in a low voice. What do you think? The Shantian Origin Alliance has always wanted to kill Shu Guang, do you think they dare not sneak in? Blood Lake Demon Venerable was furious. Kill him. Main Master, Shu Guang is so important, do you want to revive him? The Blood Chen Demon Lord asked. Resurrection, Blood Lake Demon Venerable sneered, you should know what the price is for resurrecting an 8th-level Taoist. If it is an ordinary creature, you and I can resurrect it casually. But an 8th level Taoist can't be resurrected even if we sacrifice our lives. You must invite the existences of the Mogu lineage so that they can hope to be resurrected. And they will have to pay an unimaginable price for their resurrection. Do you think they will be willing? Demon Lord Shuechun and Demon Lord Flame Crack stopped talking. In the imaginary domain, Yi Tian shuttled non-stop, and changed several identities in the middle. When he was close to the innate origin alliance, he changed into his real body to copy the body. I didn't come after them. I ran ahead of time. The distance was very far. No matter how much they tracked, it was impossible to track them down. Yi Tian continued to shuttle and came to Winter Night Fortress, and he was relieved. Supreme Void. Yi Tian submitted the assignment and it is currently under review. Soon after the review of the Innate Origin Alliance, it was determined that Xu Guang was dead, and only then was it determined that Yi Tian had completed the direct dispatch task and was rewarded. Such a task is highly rewarding. 1 million eternal gold coins. A 9 patterned weapon spear. A 5th sequence supreme Dao rule item. Even the Qin clan did not dare to be greedy for such a reward as Mo. That's right, the Congenital Origin Alliance is quite generous. Yi Tian smiled. At the same time, Qin family, knowing that Yi Tian had completed the task, Qin Ming was dumbfounded. Assassinate Xu Guang, Yi Tian actually completed it. How did he do it? Xu Guang is under the protection of the heavenly blood lineage. Even if he is a veteran, he can't even think about completing the task. Qin Ming said in a daze. And at this moment, he received a warning from the Alliance of the Innate Realm, and he was not allowed to deal with Yi Tian secretly anymore. Moreover, the elder of the Qin clan was also punished. After all, Yi Tian has made great contributions this time, and for the Congenital Origin Alliance, something must be done. Qin Ming was very annoyed, but he didn't dare to do other things. After Yi Tian came back, he continued to use the blood-cursed Sky Stone to comprehend the rules of the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao. He didn't have the intention to take revenge on Qin Ming now. He was just a mere Qin Ming, and there was no threat to him. When he becomes stronger in the future and is not afraid of the Qin clan, he will naturally kill Qin Ming casually. But now, the Qin clan is still too powerful, and he doesn't need to provoke the Qin clan. Unknowingly, another 100,000 years have passed since the Tao era. And Yi Tian has already used up all those blood-cursed sky stones, and the realm of the 4th sequence's supreme Tao rule has skyrocketed, reaching 87% realm. It's a pity that there is no way to get all the blood-cursed sky stones of the heavenly blood lineage, otherwise you can definitely comprehend the 4th sequence of the supreme Tao rules to a 100% perfect state. Yi Tian secretly said. After the surge in the 4th sequence of supreme Tao rules, his cultivation speed has also increased, and the speed of refining resources is faster. According to his estimation, in another 100,000 years to the Tao era, he can definitely raise his cultivation to the 7th level to the peak of the Tao realm. An elder looking for me. Yi Tian entered the Supreme Void and met the 10 elders of the Shantian Yuanchang Alliance, Ancient Emperor Longyan. When seeing this elder, Yi Tian sensed the terrifying aura on his body. This is because the amount of willpower, what money is good, is too strong, resulting in the formation of terrifying coercion in the highest void. I have seen Ancient Emperor Longyan. Yi Tian respects Daoxing. Ancient Emperor Longyan smiled and said, Yi Tian, you are very good. You have made great contributions to the Congenital Origin Alliance some time ago. In addition, Qin clan, we have already warned you. I came to you this time because I have a good thing to tell you. Quote. Goody Longyan, please speak. Yi Tian listened. Not long ago, we found a treasure land, which contains a strange energy. We opened an energy lake. This energy is easy to refine and can greatly improve your performance. You are still a long way from the 7th level to the peak of the Tao realm. If you go there to practice, you can be promoted to the peak of the 7th level of the Taoist realm in hundreds of Supreme Tao era at most. With your Supreme Tao rule realm, you should be able to quickly break through to the 8th level of the Taoist realm, and the energy there will stabilize your realm, said the Ancient Emperor Longyan. Thank you, Ancient Emperor Longyan. Yi Tian said excitedly. Chapter 2867 The Legendary Body. In the depths of the imaginary domain. In a special treasure land. Yi Tian followed Ancient Emperor Longyan to come here. Apart from him, there are many other 8th level Taoist realms and a few 9th level Taoist realms who came here to practice and improve their cultivation. After all, if they practice hard on their own, they will have to spend countless resources and countless years to raise their cultivation to a small level. If you enter here and quickly improve your cultivation, it will naturally be a great opportunity, not only saving countless training time, but also saving countless resources. Go in. A group of supreme Taoists entered the treasure land and saw a lake formed by the condensation of special energy. This energy contains a trace of regular aura, and it is the fourth sequence of the most regular aura. Yi Tian guessed that there must be a fourth series of supreme Tao rule items born here, but they were taken away. If the energy lake here is not absorbed, it will slowly degenerate into an ordinary energy lake after a long time. That's why the Congenital Origin Alliance is so generous, allowing Qunji Daoyi to come here to practice. Certainly, Yi Tian is also valued by the Congenital Origin Alliance, otherwise he would never have such an opportunity. Hush! A group of Taoists came in, occupied an area of the lake one by one, and began to practice. Yi Tian also entered the energy lake, quickly absorbing the energy in the 78 Zheng Lake. Boom! A large amount of energy swept across his body, tempering his body and improving his cultivation. The cultivation effect is great, it is much faster than refining other resources. Yi Tian said excitedly. With the passage of time, Yi Tian's cultivation has steadily improved, gradually approaching the peak of the 7th Supreme Tao realm. Time flies. More than 300 to after the Taoist era. The energy lake here is 1/3 smaller, and at this time Yi Tian's cultivation has finally been raised to the 7th level to the peak of the Tao realm. Afterwards, he took a little more time to raise his cultivation level to the 7th level to the limit of the Tao realm, and it was almost impossible to improve it a little bit. It's time to hit the 8th level and reach the Tao realm. Yi Tian directly impacted the 8th level to the Tao realm. He took out some resources that were helpful for breaking through the realm, and after one mouthful of refining, he began to attack the realm. With the assistance of the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao rules, it is too easy for him to break through the realm. After dozens of eras, he successfully broke through the bottleneck. Boom! Yi Tian's cultivation had a breakthrough, and his body frantically swallowed the energy around him. A large amount of energy was swallowed by him, helping him to cross the realm. At this time, a group of Supreme Tao realm looked over one after another. Yi Tian has broken through to the 8th level Supreme Tao realm. He is the Supreme Tao realm on the road to the strongest Tao. With this breakthrough, his strength has skyrocketed. Why did I sense the aura of the 4th sequence of Tao rules in him? If the general 9th layer to Tao realm peak comprehends the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao rules, they can impact the realm above the 9th layer to Tao realm. Comprehend the 8th level to the Tao of the 4th sequence of the rules of the Supreme Tao, and still walk the path of the strongest to the Tao. This kind of combat power is enough to be called invincible at the 9th level to the Tao, and can instantly kill the top 9 level to the Tao. It is weak. It's just about the Emperor Chengsheng and the 9-fold Supreme Tao realm who walks the most powerful Tao. This group of Supreme Tao realm admired Yi Tian very much, discussed for a while, and continued to practice. In the blink of an eye, another period of time has passed. At this time, Yi Tian's cultivation has officially stabilized at the 8th level to the early stage of Taoism. Breakthrough, but unfortunately there is very little energy here, which is not enough to advance my cultivation base to the 8th level to the middle stage of Tao realm. However, Yi Tian adheres to the principle of not taking advantage or losing. If he continues to practice here, he can increase his cultivation base by 10 points. In this way, more than 500 years of the Tao era have passed. Finally, this lake of energy was exhausted. Many Supreme Tao realms showed regretful expressions. They wished to practice here for a while longer, but unfortunately they had no energy. Let's all go back. Ancient Emperor Longyan came again and took them out of here. Asterisk 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 asterisk. Winter Night Stronghold. Yi Tian is back. AHFJ cultivation has reached the 8th level to the early stage of the Tao realm, and it is impossible to break through to the middle stage of the 8th level to the Tao realm in a short time. The 4th sequence of the Tao rule has reached 87% of the realm. Without the items of the 4th sequence of the Tao rule, there is no way to quickly improve. My current strength has reached a point where it is difficult to improve, and I must find a way to find other opportunities. At this time, he remembered the lost domain. But if you want to enter the lost realm, you must obtain the lost gold leaf. So, he posted a message in the Supreme Void asking for the lost gold leaf. I thought that the lost gold leaf would be sold in the Tao realm, but the ancient Emperor Longyan contacted him. Supreme Void. Yi Tian met with ancient Emperor Longyan. Ancient Emperor Longyan, have you lost the golden leaf again? Yi Tian asked. Yes. Emperor Longyan nodded slightly. Although lost gold leaves are rare, for strong people like us, it takes a little more time to find them, so basically there are a few lost gold leaves in our hands. If you want lost gold leaf, I can give it to you, but I don't need eternal to gold coin. Goody Longyan, if you have any request, please tell me. Yi Tian said hastily. I need an item. Emperor Longyan put forward his own request. After you enter the Lost Land, I need you to find a kind of ore material of Longyan Linshi. My request is 100 cubic meters of Longyan Linshi. If you find it, the lost golden leaf does not need to pay any price, and I will give you a spot as a deacon. The number of deacons in the Congenital Origin Alliance depends not on your strength, but on your background. Otherwise, no matter how powerful you are, you will still be it is difficult to get a deacon position. Longyan Linshi, this is the same name as Longyan Ancient Emperor. What is the value of this treasure? Yi Tian was curious. The ancient Emperor Longyan didn't hide anything, and said directly, above the ninefold Supreme Tao realm is the legendary Supreme Tao realm, and the fourth sequence of Supreme Tao rules needs to be used to condense the legendary body, and my legendary body is the Longyan legendary body, which requires a lot of energy. Longyan Linshi, extracting Longyan Linjin, can strengthen and upgrade the Longyan legendary body. So it is. Yi Tian understood. According to legend, he also understands the Tao realm, but he is still far away from this realm, and he doesn't understand much. But for him to reach the Tao, to go to the 9th level of the Tao realm, he needs to comprehend the third sequence of the Tao realm before he can attack the legendary Tao realm, and the body of this ultimate Tao realm is not an ordinary legendary body, but it is a top-level legendary body, based on the third order supreme rule, far surpassing the general legendary body. Of course, the progress of this legendary body is even more terrifying, the materials needed are too many and too rare, and the growth is extremely slow. Therefore, among the top members of the Congenital Origin Alliance, none of them is on the path of becoming the strongest. Reference 2868 Lost in Time and Space, Lost Domain. After Yi Tian agreed to the cooperation deal with Emperor Longyan, ancient Emperor Longyan soon asked a guard in black to deliver a piece of lost gold leaf to him. Once you get the lost gold leaf, you can go to the lost realm. Yi Tian has been looking forward to the lost city for a long time. He is eager to enter the lost realm and find more 4th sequence Supreme Tao rule items, so as to upgrade the 4th sequence Supreme Tao rule items to a 100% perfect state. Wow! Yi Tian shuttled continuously, transferred several fortresses from the Winter Night Fortress, and then directly escaped into the imaginary domain, and quickly went to the lost domain. After traveling for a period of time, he came to an area shrouded in countless lights. Through this area of light, he could enter the lost time and space, and through the lost time and space, he could enter the lost time and space. Wearing the lost gold leaf, Yi Tian broke into the lost time and space. After entering, the lost gold leaf released a golden light into his will, making him ignore the influence of lost time and space. Subsequently, he quickly travels through lost time and space and enters the lost realm. If you don't go in quickly, the consumption of lost gold leaf will be too high. In an instant, Yi Tian crossed the lost time and space and broke into the lost realm. Lost realm, come in. Yi Tian immediately restrained his breath and became cautious. Then, he found a slightly safer place, trying to condense his real body to copy his body. But when he successfully condensed his real body to copy his body, he was removed in an instant. Of course not. Yi Tian was helpless. Before he heard that the realm of lost would move the ultimate Tao realm out, he had to wear the lost gold leaf to ensure that he would not be moved out by the realm of lost. And he only has one lost gold leaf. How about going to lost time and space? Yi Tian decided. It is said that without the cultivation base of the legendary Tao realm, it will be very dangerous to enter the lost time and space, and it is impossible to get out. Anyway, no one in the 9th level Tao realm is willing to venture into lost time and space, and he doesn't know the specific situation. However, since this duplicate body has been moved out, why not enter lost time and space to have a look? Yi Tian entered lost time and space without wearing the lost gold leaf. After entering, he finally knew why those 9 realms didn't enter lost time and space. Not only will you get lost here, but you will also fall. A wave of power poured into his body. Even if the strength was as strong as him, he still couldn't bear it. He even wrapped himself with the 4th sequence of supreme rules to prevent this kind of power. But still useless. He has already lost his sense of orientation, lost his perception, and gradually lost his consciousness. Certainly, after all, he is extremely powerful, so he is naturally more able to resist than ordinary 9th level Supreme Tao realm. We must find the lost gold leaf to solve this problem. Yi Tian murmured, but where there is the lost golden leaf, he is not very clear, and he is completely in a state of confusion. He just wandered aimlessly, and his body was gradually damaged. Suddenly, a transparent creature, exuding fluorescent colors, shuttled not far from him. This life seems to be composed of time, space and a special force, but its strength is not strong. For other supreme realms, such creatures are of little value, and they will not pay attention to them at all. But Yi Tian was extremely excited. He can completely copy the opponent's body, so he can stay here forever. Copy now. Yi Tian stood here not understanding, and began to copy the opponent's body. Soon, the copy was successful. Open black lens bracket time and space Yingyu close black lens bracket. This creature was condensed and reproduced by Yi Tian. He discovered that the time-space Yingyu's cloned body is not affected by the lost time and space, and can roam freely here. Ha ha ha, with the time-space Yingyu copying the body, I should have hoped to find the lost gold leaf. Yi Tian secretly thought. Then, for the next few years, he spent his time looking for lost golden leaves here. On the other side, another duplicate body of Yi Tian is looking for resources and items of the fourth sequence of Supreme Tao rules in the Lost Realm. But the fourth sequence of Supreme Tao rules is not so easy to find, and the Lost Domain is also very dangerous. Although there are not many powerful creatures in it, there are also many. Once encountered, it is a hard fight. Anyone is comparable to the top Zhouzhang among them. There are many existences who can be called invincible in the ninefold Supreme Tao realm. So, there are still very few people in the 9th level Supreme Tao realm who really dare to take risks in the Lost Realm. Even the Emperor of Longevity may not be invincible in the Lost Realm. 0. Seeking Flowers 0. If not, the Emperor Changsheng would have swept the Lost Domain long ago, and it would not be the turn of the other 9 levels to go to the Tao realm to find opportunities. But what is certain is that the Emperor Changsheng must have obtained a large number of items of the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao rules in the Lost Realm, otherwise he would not have comprehended the 3rd sequence of Supreme Tao rules in the ninefold Supreme Tao state. Asterisk 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 asterisk. This day, Yi Tian encountered a terrifying black ape in the Lost Realm, and the opponent's body was filled with the 4th sequence of Supreme Principles, and his whole body was so tough that he could hardly move it. Boom! Yi Tian's 4th sequence Supreme Tao Rule supernatural power hit the opponent's body, but it only annihilated some hairs, and couldn't penetrate the opponent's body at all. 0. What kind of body is this? Yi Tian was shocked. However, the other party, Basuo, could not please him. After fighting for a long time, Yi Tian still left, and the black ape didn't chase him down. If ancient Emperor Longyan was here, he would know what kind of body this black ape is. This is a legendary body, and it is also a congenital legendary body. But even so, it is not something that can be broken by the 9th level Supreme Tao realm. The legendary bodies of the Congenital Origin Alliance that have reached the Tao realm are imitated and borrowed from the legendary bodies of some legendary creatures in the Void realm, and they have been perfected step by step, and finally surpassed those legendary creatures. And the black ape is not a legendary creature, but it has the blood of a legendary creature, so it has a castrated version of the legendary body. The Lost Realm is really dangerous. The top 9 to the Tao realm are easy to fall. Yi Tian murmured, only those who comprehend the rules of the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao, and walk the Tao second only to the most powerful road to Taoism, have enough strength to survive here. Otherwise, it is simply the 9th level to the Tao realm, which is the road to the strongest to the Tao, so that you can easily break through here. Strictly speaking, Yi Tian's strength is not enough. It's better to find more lost gold leaves, otherwise this duplicate body will fall here, and there will be nothing left. Yi Tian murmured. And this day, Yi Tian really found the lost golden leaf 10. Chapter 2869 Soaring Snake Ancient Mother Gold. Lost in Time and Space. A small golden tree takes root in a region of time and space lost in time and space. At first, Yi Tian didn't notice the small tree, and only after getting close did he see it. This is still a space-time Yingyu suitable for wandering in lost time and space, and its perception is far away. If the real body replicates the body, it may not be found. There are dozens of leaves on this small tree, and the trunk of the small tree is very thin. Yi Tian immediately went up and picked off the lost golden leaves. He tried to pull out this small tree, but found that he couldn't move it. It seemed to be completely integrated with the lost time and space. Unless he could shake the entire lost time and space, he couldn't get rid of it. Only when the golden leaf is lost, can it be easily picked. Dozens of lost gold leaves, now you don't have to worry about losing gold leaves. He immediately began to condense the real body to copy the body. Soon, the real, 830, copied the body and condensed successfully, and entered the lost realm with these lost gold leaves. With these lost golden leaves, even if he fell dozens of times, the impact would never tire. I found the lost gold leaf so easily. Even if it is a little harder to find those legendary Taoists, it is not impossible to find it. It seems that the value of the lost gold leaf is not high. It's just that those legendary elders in the Tao realm deliberately restricted the outflow of lost gold leaves, that's all. Yi Tian secretly said. He also understands quite well, after all, even if there is a large amount of outflow, not many 9th level Tao realm dare to enter the lost realm. So, they simply limit the outflow. It's no wonder that Emperor Longyan took out a piece of lost gold leaf casually. He probably found a lot of powerful Supreme Tao realm, and they all sent out a piece of lost gold leaf. He earned it with blood, and what he paid was just the lost gold leaf that was of no use to him. Yi Tian murmured, "This is Longyan Linshi." Yi Tian found this relatively large Longyan Linshi somewhere underground in the lost realm. Longyan Linshi is very nice, it looks like a blue stone, but it has dense scales, like carvings, but it is actually natural. But this stone is extremely tough, but it contains a strange energy zone. This one stone is 3 cubic meters, it seems that it is not difficult to get together 100 cubic meters. Yi Tian continued to search around here, and sure enough, he found more than 10 pieces of Longyan Linshi, with a total of 43 cubic meters. However, he didn't show much excitement. After all, this was just Longyan Linshi, not the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao rule items he needed. However, there are many wonderful materials in the Lost Realm, some of which he doesn't know, but he has collected them, which may be of great use in the future. After finding a lot of material resources, he will choose to send them to another duplicate body to ensure that things will not be lost. Otherwise, if this duplicate body falls, that thing may be gone. Time flies, and several years of the Supreme Tao era have passed. At this time, Yi Tian had collected a lot of good things, and the 100 cubic dragon rock scale stones had already been collected. It's a pity that he still hasn't found the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao rule items. Go deep into the Lost Realm. Yi Tian decided. On this day, he headed towards the more dangerous depths of the Lost Domain. As soon as he entered the depths of the Lost Domain, he encountered a very terrifying creature. Boom! A legendary creature similar to the appearance of the golden-winged rock appeared and directly attacked and killed Yi Tian. Yi Tian went all out to deal with it with the 4th sequence of the Supreme Law, but the opponent's body was also filled with the power of the 4th sequence of the Supreme Law, and the level was not low, so he directly broke through Yi Tian's defense with his paw. Immediately, the opponent's eyes released a ray of light, directly piercing through his body. This moment, Yi Tian was hit directly. In the next second, a wave of golden light enveloped him, directly shattering his body. This replica body was killed. What a terrifying golden-winged ancient Peng. Yi Tian secretly thought, the opponent's strength should be comparable to the legendary Tao realm, otherwise it would be absolutely impossible to kill him so easily. The Lost Realm also has such terrifyingly powerful legendary creatures of the highest level of Taoism. It is estimated that only my cultivation base has broken through to the 9th level of the highest level of Taoism, or I can understand the rules of the 3rd sequence of the highest level of Taoism to fight with them. Yi Tian estimated. However, he did not give up, and he was ready to explore other areas. He didn't believe that he would meet other legendary creatures. Sure enough, after he explored in other places, he was not so unlucky. One precious resource after another was found by him and sent back 0. On this day, he finally found a 4th sequence lane rule item. This is the item of the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao rules, Soaring Snake Ancient Mother Gold. Tang Snake Ancient Mother Gold, like a snake, contains a powerful source of the 4th sequence of Supreme Principles inside, and its quality has reached the top level. There is only one side effect, that is, it will be weak for a period of time. The top quality items of the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao rules are enough to make countless 9-fold Supreme Tao realms go crazy. It can be said that such a piece of Soaring Snake Ancient Mother Gold is enough to create an ordinary legendary Taoist. Collected, Yi Tian took this piece of Soaring Snake Ancient Mother Gold, and then sent it to another duplicate body. Go out first, so that you can keep this piece of the 4th sequence Supreme Tao rule item. Yi Tian secretly thought. He obtained this item of the 4th sequence of Supreme Principles, and he is not going to refine it, but to trade it with other forces. He believes that many forces are willing to trade this piece of Tang Snake Ancient Mother Gold with him for low-quality 4th sequence Supreme Tao rule items with great side effects. Lost in time and space. Yi Tian came out. Subsequently, his duplicate body returned to Winternight Stronghold. After some time, he came back. Immediately, he contacted Suya. Supreme Void. Yi Tian meets Suya. Master Su, I have a 2.1 business, I wonder if you Su are willing to do it. Yi Tian smiled. What business? Suya was curious. I have a piece of Tang Snake Ancient Mother Gold. Yi Tian said. The top quality item of the fourth sequence of Supreme Principles, Vine Snake Ancient Mother Gold, it is only weak for a long time after refining, which is a good thing. Suya was shocked. Such a good thing, but you don't want it. She already has no shortage of 4th order Supreme Tao rule items, but a piece of soaring Snake Ancient Mother Gold is enough for the Su to give birth to an ordinary legendary Supreme Tao powerhouse. What do you want in exchange? Suya knew very well that Yi Tian would definitely not trade it casually, and would definitely need something from the Su clan. I need more 4th sequence Supreme Rule items, not limited to quality, low quality is also fine. Yi Tian put forward his own request. Chapter 2870. A large number of low-quality items of the 4th sequence of Supreme Rules. Exchange the Tang Snake Ancient Mother Gold for the low-quality 4th sequence Supreme Rule items. Suya knew that the Su people would definitely be willing to trade. The background of the Su family is beyond the imagination of ordinary Supreme Tao realm. They have collected a lot of low-quality 4th order Supreme Tao rule items, but the side effects are too great, and most of them will die after using them. Who dares to use it? No one in the 9th layer Supreme Tao realm would dare to use such low-quality 4th order Supreme Tao ruled items. Lord Yi Yu, I need to contact the elders of the Su clan. Suya said. It is good. Yi Tian is waiting here. It didn't take long for the Su family to respond, that is, they are willing to trade. The next step is to negotiate how much low-quality items of the 4th week's virtual Supreme Tao rules should be exchanged for this piece of Tengjiyu Mother Gold. Yi Tian naturally opened his mouth like a lion, wanting to obtain a large number of low-quality 4th sequence Supreme Rule items, but the Su didn't want to give too much. After all, they can't use the low-quality items from the 4th sequence to the 07th sequence now, but what if they can use them in the future? Therefore, the two parties negotiated for a long time, and finally determined a result that both parties were satisfied with. One piece of Tang Snake Ancient Mother Gold is exchanged for more than 300 pieces of low-quality 4th sequence Supreme Tao rule items. This is what Yi Tian strives for. One exchange for 300, in the eyes of the Su people, this is also a good deal. After all, more than 300 low-quality 4th sequence Supreme Tao rules are useless, they are just waste, and if they are replaced with a piece of soaring Snake Ancient Mother Gold, they can cultivate a legendary Supreme Tao realm. Even for the Su tribe, the number of legends reaching the Tao realm will definitely not be many. Therefore, adding one legend to the Tao realm will undoubtedly greatly enhance the strength of the Su clan. Winter Night Stronghold. A legendary Supreme Taoist from the Su tribe came here with more than 300 low-quality 4th sequence Supreme Tao rules. Lord Yi Yu, this is Kiming Patriarch of our Su clan, you can call him Kiming Guzun. Suya sent a message to Yi Tian. Yi Tian immediately said respectfully, I have seen Kiming Guzun. Yi Tian, don't say too much, Tang Snake Ancient Mother Gold, let's trade immediately. Kiming Ji Yu Zundao, it is good. Yi Tian took out his piece of Tang Snake Ancient Mother Gold. Kiming Guzun looked at it, confirmed that it was correct, and then took out his own low-quality 4th sequence Supreme Law of more than 300 pieces. They were not the same kind, but a variety of 4th sequence Supreme Law items, and the side effects were different. But almost all the foundations of the 9th layer to Tao realm will be completely destroyed or killed. After the transaction was completed, Kiming Guzun left. Soviet domain. Suya came back following Kiming Guzun. Old ancestor, who will use the Pigo Mother Gold? Suya asked cautiously. If Kiming Guzun obtained the 4th sequence Supreme Tao rule item by himself, he can choose to refine it by himself. Most of the 4th sequence Supreme Tao rule items obtained by himself in the legendary Supreme Tao realm are used by himself to enhance his 4th sequence Supreme rule. If not, how to raise the realm of the 4th sequence to the rule of the Tao, and how to comprehend the items of the 3rd sequence to the rule of the Tao in the future. However, this item of the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao rules is exchanged with family resources, so it has to be given to the family's other qualified 9-level Supreme Tao realm comprehension, and Kiming Guzun himself will not be able to use it. Kiming Guzun smiled and said, currently there are only 2 Su people who have practiced the 5th sequence of Supreme Tao rules to a 100% level or close to a 100% level, one is your father Su Shu, and the other is Su Jinggong in the clan. This transaction was facilitated by you, and there is a high probability that the clan will allow your father to use Tang Snake Ancient Mother Gold. Thank you, Patriarch. Suya thanked. Every Supreme Tao realm is very selfish, and she is no exception. She naturally hopes that the family can give this piece of Tang Snake Ancient Mother Gold to her father. Of course, she would not be willing to use her fourth sequence of supreme rule items. Soon after discussions within the Su clan, this piece of Tang Snake Ancient Mother Gold was still given to Su Ya's father, Su Shu. And after Su Shu got this piece of gold from the Ancient Mother of Soaring Snake, he immediately went to retreat to comprehend the rules of the fourth sequence of Supreme Tao. If there is no accident, after tens of thousands of Tao era, the Su clan will give birth to a new legendary lane-level powerhouse. Winter Night Stronghold. Yi Tian used the low-quality items of the fourth sequence of the Supreme Law of the Su to silently comprehend the fourth sequence of the Supreme Law, and scrapped one duplicate body after another, but the fourth sequence of the Supreme Law was steadily improving. Lost Realm. Yi Tian found another item of the fourth sequence of the Tao rule, Soul Eater to the Tao Wood. This fourth sequence of the rule of the Tao item is only ranked in the middle quality, the side effects are relatively large. The value is far inferior to that of the Tengshi Ancient Mother Gold, and no one wants it when it is traded. Therefore, Yi Tian used it himself. The years passed. Yi Tian found more and more good things in the Lost Domain, but the duplicate bodies were deep in the Lost Domain, and occasionally encountered legendary creatures, which killed them, and lost one duplicate body after another. Unknowingly, the 10,000 Tao era years have passed. Yi Tian has already consumed a lot of lost gold leaves, but his time-space Yingyu has found lost gold leaves again, so there is no need to worry about lost gold leaves in a short time. This day, a duplicate body of Yi Tian came out of the Lost Realm, and then contacted Ancient Emperor Longyan. He promised the Ancient Emperor Longyan to give him 100 Fanglongyan Linshi, so naturally he would give it to him. Of course, Emperor Longyan also had to promise to give him a place as a deacon of the Origin Alliance. 803. Winter Night Stronghold. When Yi Tian sent a message that he had collected 100 Fanglongyan Linshi, the Ancient Emperor Longyan came over immediately. Ha ha ha, Yi Tian, have you found the 100% Longyan Linshi? Ancient Emperor Longyan asked urgently. With a wave of Yi Tian's hand, 100 square Longyan Linshi was brought out. The Ancient Emperor Longyan confirmed that it was correct, and put it away. Yi Tian, I will go and operate your deacon quota, and it will be implemented soon. Immediately afterwards, Emperor Longyan asked again, Yi Tian, do you have more Longyan Linshi in your hand? I can pay more treasure resources to exchange. Yes. Yi Tian smiled and said, Goody Longyan, if you need it, you can trade it with the fourth sequence Supreme Tao rule items. You don't need high quality, low quality fourth sequence Supreme Tao rule items. Quote. Low quality fourth sequence Supreme rule items. The one with the most side effects is also okay? Longyan Goody asked. Yes. Yi Tian nodded. One piece of low quality fourth sequence Supreme Tao rule item in exchange for 10 cubic meters of Longyan Linshi. Emperor Longyan proposed this transaction price. Can. Yi Tian agreed. Immediately afterwards, while the ancient Emperor Longyan was stunned, Yi Tian released 600 square Longyan Linshi. Chapter 2871 The Nectar reaches Dao Jinye. So much. Ancient Emperor Longyan was shocked. Longyan Linshi is not easy to find. If you first discover the Lost Realm, Longyan Linshi is indeed not difficult to find, but it is not easy to find Longyan Linshi after passing through the Zhejiang to the Dao Realm and entering the Lost Domain. Therefore, he set the requirement of 100 cubic meters of Longyan Linshi at the beginning. Even if Yi Tian could find some more Longyan Linshi, the quantity should not be too much. As a result, Yi Tian found an additional 600 cubic meters of Longyan Linshi. 10 cubes are exchanged for a low-quality 4th-order road rule item, so if you want to get so many Longyan Linshi, you have to take out 10 low-quality 4th-order lane rule items. Yi Tian, I don't have so many low-quality 4th sequence supreme rule items in my hand, just wait for me for a while. Ancient Emperor Longyan went to collect low-quality 4th sequence Sidao rule items. As an elder of the Congenital Origin Alliance, he has a very high status, so it is not difficult to gather some low-quality items of the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao rules. It didn't take too long, and the ancient Emperor Longyan came again. This time, he brought 60 items of the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao rules, and completed the transaction with Yi Tian. Yi Tian, if you get Longyan Linshi again in the future, you can come and trade with me again. Longyan Ancient Emperor said. Must. Yi Tian nodded slightly. However, he doesn't need the items of the 4th sequence of Supreme Rules now. With his progress speed, if he runs out of the items of the 4th sequence of Supreme Rules in his hand, he can definitely raise the 4th sequence of Supreme Rules to the realm of 100%. At that time, what he needs is the first series of items of the Rule of the Law. Ancient Emperor Longyan really may not be able to get the 3rd sequence of items of the Supreme Tao Rule. Time flies. Gradually, tens of thousands of years have passed since the Tao era. Su, Liu. A terrifying aura erupted from a certain mansion, and it was so mighty that countless Su people in the entire Soviet region could sense it. The Su clan gave birth to another statue of the legendary Tao realm. Many of the Su people were pleasantly surprised. Although they weren't the ones who broke through, but the legends of the Su clan are increasing, their safety will be guaranteed, and their status in the outside world will become higher and higher. Father, breakthrough. Suya was excited. She is also looking forward to her being able to raise the 5th sequence of Supreme Tao rules to the 100% realm. In that case, she will also be able to comprehend the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao rules, so as to attack the legendary Supreme Tao realm. At that time, her lineage's status in the Su tribe will be even higher. The other side. With the help of pieces of low-quality 4th sequence Supreme rules, Yi Tian's 4th sequence Supreme Tao rules have also been improved to 100% realm, and there are still some 4th sequence lane rule items left. After all, he has been in the Lost Realm all these years, and he has also found the 4th sequence Supreme Law items, and even found 5 top-quality 4th series Supreme Law items. Such top-quality 4th series Supreme Law items are enough let many forces have to compete. However, Yi Tian will not trade it, and will keep it for his family members. After the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao rules reached the 100% realm, Yi Tian's strength improved a bit, but he still couldn't beat those legendary creatures, unless he understood the 3rd sequence of Supreme Tao rules, or raised his cultivation base to the 9th layer of Supreme Tao realm. But these two requirements, he is currently unable to meet. In this way, slowly accumulate resources and obtain more items of the 4th sequence of Supreme rules. Yi Tian said so. Every once in a while, he would let a duplicate body bring the resources back to ensure that these resources were really available. And with the assistance of these resources, his cultivation speed has skyrocketed again. But it will take some time to quickly raise the cultivation base to the 8th level to the middle stage of Tao realm. It seems that we still have to obtain some treasures that can skyrocket our cultivation base through the innate origin alliance. Yi Tian thought to himself. This day, the Congenital Origin Alliance, the Supreme Void, and the Supreme Heavenly Palace. Yi Tian entered here. As usual, he is not qualified to enter here, but he is now a deacon under the operation of Emperor Longyan. Deacons and elders can all enter the Supreme Heaven Hall. In the Supreme Heavenly Palace, deacons or elders can issue orders for those official members to pick them up. In addition, the deacons can also exchange many rare resources, which are treasures that official members are not eligible to exchange. Yi Tian entered here and began to inquire about the treasures that can quickly improve the cultivation level, and there are still stocks in stock. Even if there are many treasures, but the quantity is too small, it may be exchanged by other deacons and elders just after they come out. There are a lot of resources that can quickly improve the cultivation level of the Supreme Tao realm of the Xian Path to Tao, but these are the only ones that have a good effect. Soon, Yi Tian's eyes fixed on one of the resources, Changye to Dao Jinye. Changye to Dao Jinye is extracted from a mysterious place by the elders of the innate original domain using the 2nd sequence of Tao rules, and 1 drop can be extracted from 10,000 Tao era, price 100 million eternal to metalwork. This price is too exaggerated. Yi Tian was extremely shocked. 100 million eternal to gold coins, even the 9th layer to Tao realm can't get it out. At the beginning, the auction held by Elder Ji Yuyong was full of lost gold leaves, only 500,000 eternal gold coins, and the most expensive items were only hundreds of thousands of eternal gold coins. He completed the task of assassinating Xu Guang and got the eternal gold coins. The reward is only 1 million eternal gold coins. It is conceivable how exaggerated the price of billions of eternity gold coins is. But what a terrifying existence is the elder who comprehends the rules of the 2nd sequence of Supreme Tao. This kind of existence spends 10,000 Supreme Tao eras to refine a drop of fine nectar to golden liquid of Tao. If the value is too low, the elder is not willing to do this kind of things. This kind of strong man, even if he does a little bit of work, he can earn far more than a mere 100 million eternal gold coins. If promised some extremely rich ninefold Tao realm, want to quickly raise the cultivation base to the limit of 9th layer to Tao realm, taking Changye to Daojin liquid is undoubtedly the best shortcut. Just when Yi Tian was hesitating, an acquaintance also walked into the Supreme Sky Palace. Suyu Lord. Yi Tian and Suya noticed each other. Lord Su, you have also come to the Supreme Heaven Hall. Yi Tian walked over. Yes, I'm going to exchange for a treasure. Suya said with a smile. What treasure? Yi Tian was curious. Qiangye to the Tao golden liquid. Suya didn't hide anything, and said directly, It hasn't been too long since I broke through to the 9th layer to the Tao realm. It's been a long time, and a drop of fine nectar to Tao gold liquid is enough to raise my cultivation to the limit of the 9th level to the Tao realm. These years, I have been accumulating eternity to gold coins, and now I can barely get it all together. Chapter 2872 Breakthrough, 9th Layer to Tao Realm. In fact, Suya was able to collect 100 million eternal gold coins, not by herself. If she relies on herself, it will take endless years to get it all together. She relied on her father Su Shu. Su Shu successfully broke through to the legendary Tao realm, received a lot of rewards from the Su clan, and was able to mobilize part of the funds. Afterwards, Su Shu gave her some of the eternal gold coins he had accumulated before, and then used his authority to ask Suya to apply for a loan, which can be repaid slowly in the future. In this way, Ya just got together 100 million eternal gold coins. Subsequently, Suya exchanged a drop of fine nectar to Tao golden liquid, and this drop of fine nectar to Tao golden liquid would be delivered to the Su clan by a legend to Tao Jing himself. And she also consumed 100 million eternal gold coins. Lord Yi Yu, I've already done my job. Suya said goodbye. After Suya left, Yi Tian also started planning Changye to Tao Jinye. First of all, he has to collect 100 million eternal gold coins. However, he only has more than 2 million eternal gold coins on him now, but his wealth is all kinds of materials which can be exchanged for eternal gold coins. So, in the following years, he sold various resources everywhere, obtained a large amount of eternity gold coins from various forces, and also sold some 5th sequence Supreme Tao Rule items and 6th sequence Supreme Tao Rule comprehension. In a short period of time, he collected a large amount of eternal coins. 89,010 million eternal gold coins. 20 million eternal gold coins. 30 million eternal gold coins. The Lost Realm provided Yi Tian with a lot of resources and treasures, and finally allowed Yi Tian to collect 100 million eternal gold coins. Moreover, many of his incomparably precious resources are not sold, and what he sells are some relatively common resources, which are useful for the 7th and 8th levels of Taoism, and the quantity is huge, which can be exchanged for hundreds of millions of eternal gold coins. Ha ha ha, it's not difficult to collect 100 million eternal gold coins. Yi Tian secretly thought, but other people dare not accumulate wealth like him, otherwise they will surely die. Supreme Heaven Palace. Yi Tian applied to exchange 100 million eternal supreme gold coins for a drop of fine nectar to Tao golden liquid. After the application was approved, his 100 million eternal supreme gold coins were deducted. After that, he only needs to wait for the fine wine to be delivered to Tao Jinye. This day, a statue that is said to have descended from the Tao realm Yi Tian's mansion in Winter Night hold. Deacon Yi, your items are here. This legendary Taoist is shrouded in a special full-body armor, unable to perceive his appearance, and his identity is very mysterious. AHFF Yi Tian habitually used the copying talent to perceive it, but he didn't perceive the other party's talent. This is definitely too general for the 7 kingdoms. He can even sense the talent of Emperor Longyan. This legendary Taoist has no talent, which proves that the other party is not a real creature. Puppet. Yi Tian guessed. A puppet who is said to have reached the Tao realm. How shocking it is to hear the news. The background of the congenital origin alliance is unimaginable for him. But such puppets definitely cannot be mass-produced, otherwise the congenital origin alliance would manufacture a large number of puppets of the legendary Supreme Tao realm, and be afraid of the Supreme Tao Void Demon. Yi Tian took the item, opened it, and after confirming that it was real Chong Tao Jinye, he put it away. And this legendary puppet left immediately. A drop of fine nectar to Tao gold liquid. I got it. I want to see if such a good thing that costs such a big price can make my cultivation level skyrocket. Yi Tian swallowed it in one gulp, and began to refine the nectar to Taojin liquid. Boom! The terrifying energy melted into his body in the form of thread after thread. His body transformed at an incredible speed, and his cultivation soared rapidly. This is incredible. Yi Tian was shocked. He never thought that there are such resources, and it is so easy to improve his cultivation. In the blink of an eye, 10 years of the Supreme Tao era have passed. Boom! His cultivation has broken through, from the 8th level to the early stage of the Taoist realm to the 8th level to the middle stage of the Taoist realm. Then, hundreds of Tao era years passed before he absorbed and refined this drop of fine nectar to Tao gold liquid, and his cultivation level completely broke through to the late stage of the 8th level to the Tao state. In such a short period of time, the effect of raising the cultivation base to the 8th level to the late stage of the Tao realm, the effect of Changye to Tao Jinye is too terrifying. If there is another drop of fine nectar to Tao gold liquid, my cultivation will definitely be raised to the peak of the 8th level to the Tao realm, and then I can hit the 9th level to the Tao realm. Yi Tian thought excitedly. Becoming the 9th level Supreme Tao realm means a lot to him. He can completely contend against legendary creatures. Even if he can't win, he won't lose either. At that time, his strength was definitely comparable to that of the Changsheng Emperor. Emperor Changsheng is very likely to be the 3rd sequence supreme rule item found in the Lost Realm. If my guess is correct, there is definitely a 3rd sequence supreme rule item in the Lost Realm. I must find it, Yi Tian muttered. The years that followed, Yi Tian sold a lot of resources again, collected 100 million eternity gold coins, and exchanged for a drop of fine nectar to Tao gold liquid. After obtaining the 2nd drop of fine nectar to the Tao golden liquid, Yi Tian continued to refine the fine nectar to the Tao golden liquid, and his cultivation quickly increased again. Hundreds to after the Tao era. Boom, Yi Tian's cultivation has broken through again, reaching the peak of the 8th level to the Tao realm. Breakthrough to the 8th level to the peak of the Tao realm so quickly, it's too fast, it's a bit unreal. Only now did Yi Tian truly realize how terrifying those top clans and top forces are. If the Su and Qin people really want to cultivate the 9-fold Supreme Tao realm, they can definitely train them in batches, and it is not difficult to even go all out to cultivate the legendary Supreme Tao realm. Therefore, he probably only knows a little about the true background and strength of the congenital origin alliance. In the same way, the Mogu lineage of the Supreme Tao Void Demon can make the Heavenly Blood lineage and many other lines dare not offend, and its strength is also unimaginably terrifying. My strength is nothing, Yi Tian secretly thought. After this drop of fine nectar to Tao gold liquid is completely consumed, Yi Tian's cultivation has also reached the limit of the 8th level to Tao realm. He has comprehended the rules of the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao, and his cultivation base has reached the limit of the 8th level to the Taoist realm, and he is qualified to attack the 9th level to the Taoist realm. Therefore, in the next few years, he will continue to attack the 9th layer to Tao realm, and it should not be difficult to break through. In the blink of an eye, thousands of years have passed since the Tao era. This day, Yi Tian hit the 9th layer to Tao realm and finally succeeded. Before, he failed many times, mainly because the bottleneck was too tight, and he didn't use any auxiliary things, and it was still very difficult to break through the 4th sequence of Tao rules alone. But under repeated shocks, he managed to break through forcefully, without using too precious resources. Boom, Yi Tian's breakthrough has attracted the attention of many supreme realms in Winter Night Fortress. Soon, many Supreme Tao realms knew that Yi Tian had broken through to the 9th layer Supreme Tao realm, and the news spread. Chapter 2873 The Legendary Creatures of the Lost Domain. Soviet Domain. Has Yi Tian broken through to the 9th level Tao realm? Su Ya was very surprised. After all, it hasn't been long since Yi Tian broke through to the 8th level to Tao realm. It is extremely difficult to go up the 8th level to the Taoist realm on the road to the strongest to the Tao, not to mention breaking through from the 8th level to the early stage of the Taoist realm to the 9th level to the early stage of the Taoist realm, which has crossed too much. Unless Yi Tian can obtain 2 drops of Changye Daojinye, it is absolutely impossible to break through so quickly. Su Ya thought so. Qiangye to Daojinye, he really exchanged 2 drops of Changju to Daojinye. Su Ya thought. If this is the case, then Yi Tian is too rich, yes. Qin family. Qin Ming was also taken aback when he learned that Yi Tian had broken through to the 9th level Tao realm. Yi Tian's growth rate was too fast and terrifying. He was afraid that Yi Tian would be reckless enough to deal with him directly, so he was too scared to leave Qin Yu. After all, a 9th level Supreme Tao realm who is extremely strong in Tao, his combat power is comparable to that of the general legendary Supreme Tao realm. If you really want to kill him, the legendary Supreme Tao realm can't stop him. Winter Night Stronghold. Yi Tian's cultivation base has broken through, but he is still in a stable state. After a period of time, his cultivation level had a breakthrough, and one after another 9th level Supreme Tao realm came to visit him, and many of them who had walked the most powerful 9th level Supreme Tao also wanted to make friends with him. Even, a few legendary experts from the Tao realm came to visit him. Yi Tian, after dealing with it, it can be regarded as getting to know them. In addition, ancient Emperor Longyan also came. Certainly. Yi Tian also held a feast to celebrate his breakthrough to the 9th level Supreme Tao realm. After a period of time, Yi Tian collected another 100 million eternal supreme gold coins and exchanged them for a drop of fine nectar to Tao golden liquid. He wanted to use Changye to Daojinye to quickly improve his cultivation, but this time he was disappointed. He refined a drop of fine nectar to Dao gold liquid, but found that his cultivation was still from the 9th level to the early stage of the Dao realm, and it was still far from the 9th level to the middle stage of the Dao realm. My physical fitness is actually comparable to that of the legendary Dao realm, far surpassing the other 9 layers to the Dao realm by many times. The Changye to Dao golden liquid is still useful to me, but not so effective. I want to go from the 9 layers to the Dao. At least dozens of drops of Changye are needed to reach Dao Jinye to upgrade from the 9th stage to the middle stage of the Dao realm. Yi Tian thought to himself. At this moment, he finally knew why most of the 9 realms who visited him were in the early and middle stage of the 9 realms. It was really too difficult to improve their cultivation, and it took too much time and resources. And for them, if they want to become the legendary Supreme Dao realm, they not only need to raise their cultivation base to the 9th level to the peak of the Dao realm, but also have to comprehend the rules of the 3rd sequence of Supreme Dao realm. If there is not much opportunity, their future will be in the 9 realms. For ordinary geniuses, it's really not a good thing to forcibly walk the path of being the strongest. Yi Tian secretly thought. After all, in the later stage, it becomes more and more difficult to fight by leapfrogging. For example, the 9th level Supreme Dao realm, who is on the road to the strongest Dao, even if his cultivation has broken through to the legendary Supreme Dao realm, compared with those veterans, his strength is still far behind. Then, what is the meaning of forcibly walking to the Dao? This is also the reason why many top forces don't want to cultivate the Supreme Dao realm who take the path of the strongest Dao. There is no need to worry about the cultivation base. You can exchange it drop by drop for Changye to Daojin liquid. It is not difficult to upgrade your cultivation base to the 9th level to the middle stage of the Dao realm. The difficult thing is how to upgrade to the late stage and peak of the Zhouzhang Dao realm. Yi Tian murmured. There is also the comprehension of the 3rd sequence of Supreme Dao rules, which is also the most important thing for the purpose. Lost Realm, it's up to you whether you can quickly comprehend the 3rd sequence of Supreme Dao rules. Yi Tian secretly thought. Lost Realm. Yi Tian changed the duplicated body again, and the duplicated body here has become the 9th level to the early stage of Dao realm. Subsequently, he came to an area that he had not dared to enter before. With his current strength, it is enough to rival legendary creatures. This day, Yi Tian once again encountered the golden-winged Ji Yupeng who killed him. This legendary creature now does not pose such a great threat to him. In the past, he was an ant who was instantly killed by the opponent, but now he can look directly at the opponent. Gold-winged Ji Yupeng saw Yi Tian, and launched an attack directly, and the golden light waves swept over. However, Yi Tian used the 4th sequence of Supreme Dao rules of the 100% realm to use the 4th sequence of supernatural powers to protect his body, coupled with his own body comparable to the legendary Supreme Dao, he forcibly blocked this wave of attacks. Zero seeking flowers. Sure enough, golden-winged Ji Yupeng can't kill me anymore. Yi Tian held the 9 patterns Zidao weapon spear, and sent a letter to the golden-winged ancient Peng. Boom! A big battle has begun. Gold-winged Ji Yupeng's whole body was too tough. Even if Yi Tian's attack landed on it, it would only leave marks one after another, unable to break its body. And golden-winged Ji Yupeng couldn't hurt Yi Tian either. However, Yi Tian's 4th sequence of Supreme Road rules is higher than its realm, and over time, the 4th sequence of Lane rules will gradually crack the legendary body of golden-winged Shipeng. After a while, golden-winged Ji Yupeng began to get hurt. Wow! It ran away quickly and directly chose to escape. Yi Tian didn't go after him either. After all, with his current strength, it was quite difficult to kill golden-winged Ji Yupeng. Subsequently, he entered the territory of golden-winged Ji Yupeng, where he collected resources. A lot of treasures. Yi Tian was very pleasantly surprised. He scraped it all down, and found 16 4th sequence items with the highest road rules, but the best quality was only high, the others were all low-quality 4th order lane rule items. In addition, there are many incomparably precious resources, many of which surpass Longyan Linshi. It's all good stuff, keep it, maybe I will break through to the legendary Dao realm in the future, and when I want to condense the top legendary body, these materials will come in handy. Yi Tian thought so. The years that followed, Yi Tian keeps looking for troubles for other legendary creatures, taking away their territorial resources. Gradually, Tushin harvested more and more. This day, he came to the core area of the Lost Domain. Here, he saw a legendary creature with incomparably terrifying strength, which was much stronger than other legendary creatures, the mysterious ancient giant bird. The name of this legendary creature is not very domineering, but its strength is truly terrifying. When Yi Tian came to its territory, he was hit hard by the opponent's several moves. In desperation, Yi Tian chose to run away. The strength of this mysterious ancient giant bird is too terrifying. It seems that we must send multiple real bodies to copy the body, trap it, and then send a copy of the body to collect resources. This is the easiest way. Yi Tian also decided to just do the 8. Chapter 2874 Comprehend the third sequence of supreme rules. Swish swish swish, Yi Tian's 5 duplicated bodies came together to attack the giant mysterious bird. Even so, the 5 duplicated bodies cannot defeat this mysterious ancient giant bird, at most they can hold on for a while. At the same time, his 6th duplicate body is looking for possible items of the third sequence of supreme principles. Once found, it will be a great opportunity for him. Moreover, he does not limit the quality, even if it is the lowest quality third-order supreme rule item, he still wants it. Time passed slowly, and Yi Tian completely ignored other resources. Unless it was really precious, he would spend time picking it. A duplicate body was killed. Yi Tian frowned. Time is running out, he must find the third sequence of supreme Tao rule items as soon as possible. Some time later, the second clone was killed. However, after 753 is the third duplicate body and the 4th duplicate body. Just when the 5th duplicating body was about to be killed, Yi Tian finally found the third sequence of supreme Tao rule items. There really is a third sequence of supreme Tao rule items. It was a piece of bronze-colored metal, located in an underground vein, hidden extremely deep, but it was still found by Yi Tian. It can be said that it was lucky. Maybe there are other items of the third sequence of supreme law here, but he doesn't have time to look for them now, and it will be easier to find them next time he comprehends the third sequence of supreme law. Finally got rid of that mysterious giant bird. Yi Tian let out a sigh of relief. All 5 of his duplicate bodies were killed, and this one escaped quickly enough to get rid of the opponent. Subsequently, his duplicate body left directly from the Lost Realm, and then returned to the Innate Realm or the Alliance. After coming back, only then did Yi Tian take out this third-order supreme rule item. The Congenital Origin Alliance has information on various third-sequence supreme Tao rule items, and Yi Tian recognized this third-sequence supreme Tao rule item after a little comparison. Green Copper Ancient Gold, the third sequence of items of the highest order, medium quality. The side effects are reduced cultivation base, damaged foundation, reduced understanding. The side effects are really big, Yi Tian murmured. However, he didn't care about the side effects, so he directly began to refine the green copper and ancient gold to comprehend the rules of the third sequence. Original. His cultivation base has reached the early stage of the 9th level Tao realm, but when he swallowed the green copper and ancient gold and comprehended the third sequence of the supreme Tao rules, his cultivation base was rapidly declining, and his foundation was gradually damaged, and his comprehension was also decreasing. Lower quickly. Fortunately, the decline in comprehension is very slow, otherwise he can't guarantee that he can comprehend the third sequence of supreme rules. After a long time, Yi Tian's cultivation has dropped from the 9th level to the early stage of Taoism to the 8th level to the peak of Taoism. Continue to meditate, and don't care about these side effects. Time flies, and I feel that time has passed. This day. Buzz. Yi Tian's body was permeated with the aura of the third sequence of Taoist rules, and the cultivation base of this cloned body also fell to the 8th level to the middle stage of Taoism, and its foundation was greatly damaged, and its comprehension also dropped a lot. Annihilation. The duplicate body dissipated. For Yi Tian, losing a duplicate body is nothing. Finally comprehend the third sequence of supreme Tao rules. My strength has skyrocketed too much. With a wave of Yi Tian's hand, a ray of the third sequence supreme law emerged, and this third sequence supreme law far surpassed the 4th sequence supreme law. That's right, you can continue to find trouble with the mysterious giant bird. Yi Tian said with a faint smile. Lost Realm, Shuanggu giant bird territory. Yi Tian came here again. Kill. Yi Tian fought with this mysterious ancient giant bird. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. The rule of the third sequence of Supreme Tao is blessed on the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao supernatural powers, and a terrifying attack power erupts. With one blow, the Shuanggu giant bird was directly sent flying. Not bad, come again. Yi Tian attacked again and again, and launched a fierce fighting battle with the mysterious giant bird. When a feather on the wing of the mysterious bone giant bird was broken, which meant that the mysterious ancient giant bird was injured. Soon, the second and third duplicate bodies of Yi Tian arrived and besieged the giant black bone bird. The Shuanggu giant bird's own strength is not as good as Yi Tian's, and now it is besieged by Yi Tian, completely declining and even falling into a desperate situation. After a long time, Yi Tian finally severely damaged the giant mysterious bone bird, and the giant mysterious bone bird didn't dare to stay here any longer and ran away quickly. He chased after him. After a while, the giant mysterious bird entered a nest. As soon as he entered the range of this nest, his strength was greatly suppressed, and the Shuanggu giant bird not only recovered from its injuries but also displayed even more terrifying strength. Wow! Yi Tian came out from the nest, and the giant mysterious bird stood in the nest space, sticking out a head, as if provoking Yi Tian. The mysterious ancient giant bird actually has such a nest, and I can't kill it in its nest. Yi Tian observed for a while, then completely gave up. After, he started to collect resources from all over the Shuanggu giant bird's territory, but it didn't dare to come out to stop it. All kinds of precious resources fell into Yi Tian's hands like this. Hey, another third sequence supreme rule item. It's a pity that it's Yuangu Xuanxi, the low-quality third sequence supreme rule, and I can only use it. If it is traded, no one wants it. Yi Tian put away this ancient profound stone and continued to collect resources. The value of all kinds of precious resources is too high. Although some of them are useless to him, he can exchange them for eternity gold coins, and exchange them for ball pulp road gold liquid. It's another third-order supreme Tao rule item. Yi Tian was delighted. It has to be said that the territory of the mysterious ancient giant bird is undoubtedly the best area in the lost domain, and the resources here are also the most, and even the third-order supreme Tao rule item does not have more than 1.9 items. However, when he completely collected the items of the third sequence of supreme law, he did not find a high-quality third sequence of supreme law items. Perhaps a long time ago, there was a 9-layer Supreme Tao realm who comprehended the rules of the third sequence of Supreme Tao, and walked the path of the strongest Tao. It is naturally easy for the mysterious ancient giant bird to collect resources. Perhaps it was the 9 layers of Supreme Tao realm that took away the high-quality items of the third series of Supreme Tao rules, and the third series of Supreme Tao ruled items that were born later were just rubbish. However, he doesn't care, any third-order Supreme Tao rule items are useful to him. However, he still wants to obtain high-quality items of the third sequence of Supreme Principles, at least he can trade more low-quality items of the third sequence of Supreme Principles with other forces. Chapter 2875 The True Legendary Creature. Gone, Yi Tian left from the Lost Realm. This treasure land is no longer of much use to him. Even if he collects resources, it will only collect some ordinary resources, and there is no need for that. Of course, after a long time, something will still be born here. Treasure land has such advantages that it can continuously breed good things. After going back, Yi Tian continued to refine those low-quality items of the third sequence of Supreme Law, so as to improve his own realm of the third sequence of Supreme Law. Of course, he also exchanged many resources into eternity to gold coins, and then exchanged them for fine nectar to Tao gold liquid. He was going to exchange a large amount of nectar to Tao Jinye, and he didn't believe that he couldn't improve his cultivation quickly. However, just when Yi Tian pulled up billions of eternity gold coins and exchanged them for dozens of drops of fine nectar to Tao gold liquid at one last breath, he was told that the ball pour Tao gold liquid was not enough. Deacon Yi, there are only 13 drops of 07 nectar and Tao Jinye left in the Supreme Heaven Palace. The staff of the Supreme Heaven Palace apologized. Why is there only so little left? Yi Tian frowned and asked. The staff explained. The fine nectar and the Daojin liquid in the Supreme Heaven Palace are all extracted by the elders, and the elders don't care about the value of this thing, so they just took a little time to extract some, put it in the Supreme Heaven Hall, and no longer care about it. Now, the Changye Zidao Jinye is almost sold out, so we can't ask the elders to replenish it. When Yi Tian heard it, Yi thought it made sense. I want all the remaining 13 drops of Changye to Dao Jinye. Yi Tian paid 1.3 billion eternity gold coins in one go. Soon after, the Changye Zidao Jinye was sent by the puppet of the legendary Dao realm of the Congenital Origin Alliance. In addition, Yi Tian also bought some good things that are inferior to Changye to Dao Jinye, all of which can quickly improve the cultivation level, but the effect is worse. With so many resources, it is enough to quickly raise his cultivation base to the 9th level to the middle stage of Taoism. In the following years, he poured drop after drop of fine nectar into Daojin liquid to refine his cultivation. As the years passed, his cultivation base was also improving steadily and rapidly. 10,000 years after the Tao era. Boom! Yi Tian's cultivation has broken through the shackles, and he has risen to the 9th level to the middle stage of Dao realm. Moreover, his third-order Supreme Dao Rule realm has also been raised from a 1-point realm to a 10% realm, but it also consumes those third-order Supreme Dao Rule items in his hand. It can be said that his current strength is much stronger than in the past. This day, Yi Tian received an invitation from Emperor Longyan. Supreme Void. Yi Tian came to a palace, where he saw the ancient Emperor Longyan, and also saw a familiar figure, Emperor Changsheng. In the past, Emperor Changsheng was an untouchable existence for him, and he could kill him countless times in a flash. In the last period of the catastrophe, the Emperor Changsheng used his own power to frighten countless supreme demons. What a domineering aura this is. But now, his strength has already surpassed the Emperor Changsheng, and looking at the Emperor Changsheng, he thinks that's all. I have seen ancient Emperor Longyan. I have seen the Emperor of Longevity. Yi Tian said hello. Deacon Yi, you're being polite. Su Changsheng, the Emperor of Longevity, responded with a smile. After Yi Tian sat down, another 9-layer Supreme Dao realm came soon. It was a very strange 9-layer Supreme Dao realm. He had never seen it before, so he didn't know him. Not long, a total of 6 9th-level Supreme Dao realm came here. Ancient Emperor Longyan said to Yi Tian, among these 5, you probably know the Emperor Changsheng. Let me introduce you to the others. This is Qin Tian from the 9th level of the Qin clan. Jian, this is Guju Mountain from the 9-fold Supreme Dao realm of the ancient clan. It is the path of the strongest to the highest. The strength of the 9-fold Supreme Dao realm, which is on the road to the strongest Dao, is naturally no less than that of the general legendary Supreme Dao realm. And Emperor Longyan also introduced Yi Tian to them. After getting to know each other a little bit, ancient Emperor Longyan began to talk about business. Except for Yi Tian, you 5 should all know what it is, but I'll keep repeating it. There are 3 9th-level Taoists who have fallen from the legendary world, and the barriers have been loosened recently. It is the easiest time to get in, so let you go in. Longyan Ancient Emperor Road, Legend World, what is this place? Yi Tian was curious. Ancient Emperor Longyan introduced. The legendary world is a special treasure land, where many evildoers from the 9th level to the Dao realm are there. Find the legendary blood and the 3rd sequence of supreme rule items there. Legendary blood. Yi Tian was even more puzzled. Ancient Emperor Longyan introduced. The legendary blood is the blood essence obtained from the body of the legendary creature, which is necessary to condense the body of the legend. You may think that you can break through to the ordinary 9-fold Supreme Dao realm by comprehending the rules of the 4th sequence of Supreme Dao. It is not so simple. You have to rely on the blood of legends to condense the body of legends, and the realm of the rules of the highest road meets the requirements before you can break through. If you break through and become the legend 507, it is so easy to say that you are in the Dao realm. The original Domain Alliance took out some 4th sequence Supreme Dao rule items. Wouldn't it be possible to cultivate Yingxing's legendary Supreme Dao state? But it's actually not the case. Legendary blood is very rare, and of high value. It is precisely because of the scarcity of legendary blood that the Congenital Origin Alliance cannot help a large number of 9th layers to break through to the Dao realm. Ancient Emperor Longyan said. Aren't there a lot of legendary creatures? I saw quite a few in the Lost Realm. Yi Tian was even more puzzled. Ancient Emperor Longyan smiled and said, Yi Tian, the legendary creatures you saw in the Lost Realm are still not real legendary creatures, they just have the blood of legendary creatures, and their strength is comparable to that of legendary Dao realm. True, the strength of the legendary creature is extremely powerful, much stronger than the general legend to the Dao realm. The legendary body of the legend to the Dao realm all imitates the legendary creature. Do you think the imitation can be stronger than the legendary creature? Lost if you said that there is only one true legendary creature, but it is very difficult to kill. Yi Tian knew what the ancient Emperor Longyan was talking about, the mysterious giant bird. The Lost Realm is really the only legendary creature. So it turns out that the ancient giant bird is the real legendary creature, and nothing else is considered. Yi Tianming enlightened. Chapter 2876 Enter the World of Legends. True legendary creatures are very rare, and killing a legendary creature can only extract 1 legendary blood. The major forces have more or less a little inventory, which can help a few 9 layers to the Dao realm to attack the legendary Dao realm. However, it is more difficult for the 9th layer Supreme Dao realm, who has walked the road of the strongest to the Dao, to become the legendary Supreme Dao realm. Ancient Emperor Longyan continued. Ordinary legendary blood can only help ordinary 9th layer to Dao realm breakthroughs, but cannot help you to break through. And if a breakthrough fails, a legendary blood will be wasted. Especially when you go to for the 9th level Supreme Tao realm of the strong path to Tao, only the strongest legendary blood can help them break through to the legendary realm. Su Chengsheng is slightly better, you only need to find the top legendary blood to break through, but the premise is you can restore the foundation, otherwise the hope of breaking through remains elusive. Foundation. Yi Tian had heard that the Emperor Chengsheng had been unable to break through because his foundation had been damaged. It seemed that the rumors were true. The world of legends is currently a place where there are more legendary creatures, and even if a batch of legendary creatures are killed, after a long time, real legendary creatures will continue to be bred. Therefore, the Congenital Original Realm Alliance and the Void Demons of the Supreme Tao have invested a lot of combat power in the legendary world, and the top 9 to the Tao realm are all fighting in it. Of course, those who reach the Tao realm of legend cannot enter the legend realm and will be excluded. Yi Tian and the other 5-9 realms are not afraid of danger, so they naturally want to enter the legend realm. What's more, it's not the first time that Emperor Chengsheng went in, he also went in last time, and then came out with a special method, intervening in the invasion of the Supreme Tao Void Demon, and saved the Blood Chaos Fortress. Otherwise, the Blood River Fortress is at risk of being breached. After all, the legendary Supreme Tao realm and the other Juchang Supreme Tao realm who are on the road to the strongest Tao have an agreement that they are not allowed to participate in the war. False Domain, Legendary World. This place is located in a very remote area, far away from the Shengxin Yuanyu Alliance and the Zidao Void Demon territory. Ancient Emperor Longyan came here with Yi Tian, Su Chengsheng and other 9 realms. At this time, Yi Tian saw a big ball of white light. This big ball of white light is too big, it is the world of legends. And around the white light ball, there are 2 areas of garrisons. One side is the Void Demon of the Supreme Tao, who built a large number of fortresses in that area, and the faint breath passed over them made Yi Tian and the others tremble all over. There must be a very terrifying existence living inside. On the side of the Shantian Origin Alliance, a huge fortress was also built, on which sat a group of legends to the Tao realm, even veterans of the Shantian Origin Alliance. Hush! Yi Tian came to this legendary fortress. Ancient Emperor Longyan said, in this legendary fortress, there are 66 legends to the Tao realm for a long time, and they are all top legends to the Tao realm, and there are even some legends to the Tao realm who have walked the road to the strongest Tao. There are also 2 veterans sitting in the town. After all, the legend world is too important. If we don't sit here, the Supreme Tao Void Demon occupies here, arranges a large formation, seals off the surrounding void, and uses this place as the base camp, we will be in trouble. Yi Tian nodded, thinking it made sense. You wait here for a while, and if the legendary world is the most suitable to enter, I will send you in. Said the ancient Emperor Longyan. Yi Tian nodded slightly, and then waited silently in this legendary fortress. After some years, Yi Tian received the notification that it was time to enter the world of legends. Somewhere in the legendary world, suddenly, a finger poked, directly piercing the barrier of the legend world. It's the elder who made the move. They understand. Only the elders have such strength, and the ancient Emperor Longyan must not be able to do it. Go in. Yi Tian and the others no longer hesitated, and directly entered the legend world. Buzz. In the world of legends, Yi Tian and Su Chengsheng all came in and landed on a sea of clouds. Under the sea of clouds, they landed continuously and came to an ancient giant city. This giant city is the base built by the Congenital Origin Alliance in the legend realm. Yi Tian and the others came to the gate of the city, checked and confirmed that their identities were correct, and then let Yi Tian and the others enter. After going in, only then did Yi Tian discover that there are really many ninefold Supreme Tao realms here, and each of them is a weak ninefold Supreme Taoist, and they are all very monstrous ninthfold Supreme Taoists. It is also a 9-layer Supreme Tao virtual demon comparable to the top bloodline, and the 4th sequence of Supreme Tao rules has at least comprehended more than 90% of the realm, otherwise it will be death in the legendary world. Su Chengsheng introduced to Yi Tian, Deacon Yi, this is the ancient city of legends. There are a total of 686 9th-level Taoists. Of course, most of the 9th-level Taoists are not here. They are currently scattered around the legendary world, in preparation for killing legendary creatures. Legendary creatures are very difficult to kill. Even the weakest legendary creatures are not something we can deal with. Once we encounter them, it is normal to be instantly killed. Therefore, almost always when the legendary creatures were injured from fighting, a group of 9th level to Tao realm joint formations killed a legendary creature together. Therefore, in the world of legends, one must be patient and not be reckless, otherwise one will be courting death. Quote. Yi Tian nodded slightly. The top 9th level to Dao realm is indeed courting death in front of legendary creatures, the kind that is instantly killed. Even Su Changsheng, who is in the 9th level Supreme Dao realm, is a very weak existence in front of real legendary creatures. Su Changsheng said again. Because legendary creatures are hard to kill, the 9th level Dao realm here is divided into various teams. Deacon Yi, you are the 9th level ultimate Dao realm on the road to the strongest path. There are probably many teams are trying to win you over. If a team does not have the 9th level Supreme Dao realm, which is the path to the strongest Dao, there is no way to kill legendary creatures. So, you, Li Wanghao, are still popular in the legendary world, grave. Suddenly, Yi Tian asked, Emperor Longevity, are there many items in the 3rd sequence of Supreme Dao rules in the legendary world? Su Changsheng nodded slightly. Many, but most of them are low-quality 3rd sequence Supreme Dao rule items, and the value is not high. Almost every surviving 9th level Supreme Dao realm has the 3rd sequence Supreme Dao rule item in their hands. Unfortunately, I dare not refine it, otherwise the price will be too high. I just refined an unknown 3rd order Supreme Dao rule item, which caused the foundation to be damaged, and I have not been able to break through it so far. Now, I just want to get some more Legend's blood, and then ask the elders to help me heal my foundation. When Yi Tian heard it, he was overjoyed. There are a lot of items of the 3rd sequence of Supreme Dao rules here, which is a good thing for him. I have to find a way to trade the low-quality 3rd order Supreme Dao rule items from the hands of other 9th level Supreme Dao realms. Yi Tian murmured. Chapter 2877 Kill Legendary Creatures, Auction. Yi Tian is very clear that what these 9th layer to Dao realm powerhouses most desire are nothing more than 2 things. The first is the legendary blood, and the second is the 3rd sequence Dao bone equals regular item with little side effects. The best is the perfect quality 3rd order Dao rule items, followed by top quality items, and the bottom line for acceptance is the 3rd order highest quality rule items. Moreover, not all high-quality 3rd order Supreme rule items are required. Some high-quality items of the 3rd sequence of Supreme Principles still have great side effects, and there is no way to erase the side effects, so no one wants them. Only when it is similar to Yongye Black Water, and there is still a way to erase it, will the Zhouzhongji Daoyi buy it. I don't have any high-quality items of the 3rd sequence of Supreme Dao, nor the legendary blood. First, kill a legendary creature in the legendary world to extract the legendary blood, or find a high-quality 3rd sequence of Supreme Dao rule items, and then trade with other 9 layers to Dao realm. Yi Tian thought so. Subsequently, he copied a duplicate body, left this legendary ancient city, and went to the legendary world to find legendary creatures. He doesn't need to cooperate with other 9 realms, he is enough. Certainly, before he left, there were still many teams to invite him, but he all rejected. 223. The world of legends is very large, and many places are home to legendary creatures. Some legendary creatures are even extremely terrifying. Even the top team will be instantly killed by such terrifying legendary creatures. For example, a legendary creature with the legendary blood of Xion is so powerful. If you want to kill such a legendary creature, the price you pay is unimaginable, and it depends on luck. Yi Tian didn't have information about the legendary world, but he didn't need it either, so he just walked aimlessly. Finally, he found a legendary creature. Boom! A terrifying giant snake hovered over a mountain peak, and its aura was comparable to that of the ancient giant bird in the Lost Realm. The legendary black-striped giant snake is you. Yi Tian was ready to hunt and kill this legendary creature. Of course, if you want to kill this legendary creature, it may be a bit difficult just to copy the body with a real body. He wanted to kill the Shuanggu giant bird before, but it ran away and hid in the nest. However, the black-striped giant snake doesn't seem to have such a lair, with multiple copies of the body besieging it, plus his current strength is stronger than before, there should be hope to kill the black-striped giant snake. Copy. One copy body after another of Yi Tian condensed out. Then, he charged at the giant black-striped snake. Boom! The battle broke out. Yi Tian suppressed and killed the black-striped giant snake with the 3rd sequence of Supreme Principles. Soon, the black-striped giant snake's injuries became more and more serious, and was finally killed by Yi Tian. Receive. The black-striped giant snake's body was collected by Yi Tian. After that, he scraped some resources here to see if he could find some good things. There are really good things. Yi Tian found a cave, which contains many precious resources, which should be the collection of the black-striped giant snake. Among them, there are 6 items of the 3rd sequence of the Rule of Law, among which there is a high-quality first 3 sequence Sadao rule item. It can be said that Yi Tian's luck is quite good. Put it all away. Yi Tian thought and put it away. After that, he didn't continue to hunt legendary creatures, but returned to the legendary ancient city. He is going to use this high-quality third-order Supreme Rule item and the legendary blood to exchange for more low-quality third-order Supreme Rule items. Legendary Ancient City. Yi Tian is back. He didn't sell the legendary blood immediately, but took out the high-quality third-sequence Supreme Rule items. When Yi Tian announced that he exchanged the high-quality third-sequence Supreme Dao Rule items for low-quality third-order Supreme Dao Rule items, many 9-layers Supreme Dao realms were shocked. This is a high-quality third-sequence item of the Supreme Law, the Ghost Snake Mother AHFC stone. The side effect is hurting the mind. Using certain treasures can remove the side effects. I want to use the high-quality third-sequence Supreme Law items are exchanged for low-quality third-sequence Supreme Rule items, and whoever has more third-sequence Supreme Rule items will be sold to whomever. Yi Tian stood there, selling directly. Yi Tian, what you said is true. One of the 9th layers reached the Dao realm and asked. Of course. Yi Tian affirmed. I'll give out 10 low-quality third-sequence Supreme Dao Rule items in exchange for the Ghost Snake Mother Stone. A 9-fold Supreme Dao realm said. What, 10 low-quality items of the third sequence of the Supreme Law want to exchange for high-quality items of the third sequence of the Supreme Law? What are you thinking? I will give you 30 pieces. I'll offer 50 pieces. I will offer 60 pieces. A person from the 9th layer to Dao realm bid wildly. And, although some 9 layers to Dao realms do not have enough low-quality third-order Supreme Dao Rule items, they can purchase third-order Supreme Dao Rule items from other 9 layers to Dao realms, thereby increasing the price. Therefore, the asking price is getting more and more crazy. Sure enough, this group of 9th level Supreme Dao realm has been here for an unknown number of years. Some of the 9th level Supreme Dao realm who have taken the path of the strongest to the Dao have not yet comprehended the rules of the third sequence of Supreme Dao. They will definitely bid wildly. Yi Tian secretly thought. In the end, a 9th level Supreme Dao realm bid for 98 low-quality third-order Supreme Dao Rule items, which was the highest price. Make a deal. Yi Tian took out the Ghost Snake Mother Stone, and the other party also put together 98 low-quality items of the third sequence of Supreme Principles, handed them to Yi Tian, and completed the transaction. Just when everyone was about to leave, Yi Tian took out the body of the legendary creature Black-Striped Giant Snake. Everyone, the corpse of a legendary creature was killed just now, and the legendary blood has not been extracted. You can buy it back, and you can slowly extract the legendary blood yourself. It is still the highest bidder. Of course, I still only want low quality the third sequence of Dao Rule items. Yi Tian said. What, the corpse of a legendary creature, just beheaded? Could it be that Yi Tian killed it? Can he alone kill a legendary creature? It can be done. For example, if he comprehends the rules of the third sequence of Supreme Dao, and his realm is very high, he can kill ordinary legendary creatures after mastering the third sequence of Supreme Dao supernatural powers. Why? So, wouldn't Yi Tian be able to hunt and kill legendary creatures all the time? You have to take risks. In case you encounter a legendary creature with the blood of the most powerful legend, there is also a risk of being killed. The 9-fold Supreme Dao who truly comprehend the rules of the third sequence of Supreme Dao has long since gone out to break through the legendary Supreme Dao, and won't stay here. Immediately, many 9 layers to Dao realm bid frantically. Legendary creatures, even if they are ordinary, they want it. Chapter 2878 Deal with Emperor Changsheng. Yi Tian is in a good mood seeing these crazy auctions of the 9 levels to Dao realm. The legendary creatures killed casually can be exchanged for so many third sequence Supreme Dao Rule items. Knowledge is a big profit. Certainly, if he auctions it a few more times, these 9th level Supreme Dao realm won't be able to come up with too many items with the third sequence of Supreme Dao rules. After all, this is their long accumulation of years. Soon, the body of this legendary creature was auctioned off by Yi Tian, selling 63 pieces of low-quality third-order Supreme Dao Rule items. After all, this is just an ordinary legendary creature, and it can only condense ordinary legendary blood. That is, it is useful for ordinary 9th layer to Dao realm peak powerhouses, but it is useless for 9th layer to Dao realm who are on the road to becoming stronger. Therefore, those Xeon to Dao realm will not bid at all, and the other 9 layers to Dao realm have limited competitiveness. They can sell 63 low-quality third-order Supreme Dao Rule items, which is entirely one of the 9 layers to Dao realm. It is rich, otherwise it would not be able to quote such a high price. In the future, if he obtains the corpse of a legendary creature again, he won't have such a good chance. Emperor Changsheng, do you have anything to do with me? Yi Tian looked at Su Changsheng who came to his mansion, and asked. Su Changsheng smiled and said, Deacon Yi, I'm here to do business with you. Oh, what business? Yi Tian was curious. Buy legendary blood, Su Changsheng said. I need a lot of legendary blood. Why do you want those ordinary legendary blood? Yi Tian wondered. Credit, Su Changsheng said helplessly. I was once in a desperate situation. In desperation, I used the third order supreme law of the middle quality to comprehend the third order supreme law. There is only one veteran in the domain alliance who can heal my foundation. But if I want that veteran to take action, I don't have the face. I must let the veteran of our Su come forward. What kind of existence is it? Why treat me so preferentially? Therefore, I must make enough contributions in the Su clan to be eligible to let the elders of my clan put down their face and invite that elder. Legendary blood can get you enough contributions, right? Yi Tian asked. Yes. Su Changsheng nodded. I still need at least 100 pieces of legendary blood, which is enough to invite the elders of my clan. 100 copies. This number is exaggerated, and it is simply impossible for other 9 levels of Dao realm to do it. What price can you pay? Yi Tian didn't want to help Su Changsheng for free. How about 30 pieces of low-quality third sequence supreme rule items in exchange for a piece of legendary blood? Su Changsheng asked. The price is a bit low. Yi Tian frowned slightly. Su Changsheng hurriedly said, Deacon Yi, don't look at you selling a piece of legendary blood for such a high price this time, but they can't produce too many low-quality items with the third sequence of supreme rules. And it's different. I have stayed in the 9th level Supreme Dao realm for countless years, even in the Su clan, I have a high status, and I know many strong people. Not only have I accumulated a lot of low-quality third-order Supreme Dao rule items, it is not difficult to collect the low-quality third sequence Supreme rule items. Your body is outside, and I will directly trade the low-quality third sequence Supreme rule items to you from the outside world. Okay, I agree, Yi Tian replied. In this way, a large number of items of the third sequence of supreme principles can be obtained, so why not do it? Emperor Changsheng, just wait for news from me in the legendary ancient city. Yi Tian said. World of Legends. Yi Tian started hunting legendary creatures again, and soon found an ordinary legendary creature. After spending a little time, he killed it and obtained a piece of legendary blood. Then, he asked one of the duplicate bodies to send the body of this legendary creature to the legendary ancient city. Emperor Longevity, this is the first legendary blood. Yi Tian said. So fast. Su Changsheng was also amazed at the speed at which Yi Tian killed legendary creatures. If he encountered legendary creatures, he would have to run for his life. In the following years, Yi Tian beheaded legendary creatures one by one. But occasionally, I was unlucky and encountered legendary creatures with Xian bloodlines. Boom! A terrifying calamity giant ape discovered Yi Tian, gathered a stick of rules with the third sequence of supreme rules, and hit Yi Tian with a fierce blow, directly hitting Yi Tian's body cracked, and he was seriously injured after a while. 0. Seeking flowers. Helpless, he had no choice but to escape. Legendary creatures with Xian legendary blood are too terrifying, they can't be beaten at all. Yi Tian said helplessly. He felt that he had to raise his cultivation to the 9th level to the peak of the Dao realm, and comprehend the rules of the third sequence to the 10th percentile level, and create a top-notch third order to the Dao supernatural power. Only by besieging with multiple duplicate bodies together can there be hope to contend. But it is difficult to kill the opponent. Such a terrifying legendary creature, is it really possible to kill those 9th level Dao realm? Yi Tian expressed doubts. Unless they have terrifying whole cards, such as the whole cards given to them by the elders, they can hope to kill those legendary creatures, but the price they have to pay is bound to be high, and they will die if they are not careful. 0. Time flies. Yi Tian killed more and more legendary creatures, but encountered many dangers. Once, he was besieged by 3 legendary creatures with the most powerful legendary blood, and 3 duplicate bodies fell. Certainly, Yi Tian also collected more and more items of the third sequence of the supreme law of the law. With continuous comprehension, his realm of the third sequence of the supreme law of the law is naturally getting higher and higher. A team of supreme demons is besieging and killing a legendary creature. Yi Tian secretly thought. The hunting ranges of the void demons of the Supreme Dao and those of the Supreme Dao realm are different, and the distance between them is very far away, but the frequency of encounters in the legendary realm is not high. The main reason is that the void demons of the Supreme Dao do not dare to approach the legendary ancient city, and they dare not wander in the legendary world, so the chance of encountering them is naturally low. But, now that they have met, Yi Tian is going to kill this group of Supreme Tao Void Demons. Don't be in a hurry, wait until they are almost done fighting with this legendary creature, and when they are all injured, I will make a move and try to keep them all. Yi Tian secretly planned. Boom, the battle over there continued, and these 9-layer Supreme Tao Void Demons fought desperately, just to kill this legendary creature. In fact, this legendary creature was already injured, and gradually fell into a disadvantage. Unknowingly, this battle has entered a critical moment. It's almost time, it's my turn. Yi Tian secretly thought. 3. Chapter 2879. The foundation of the Emperor of Longevity is restored. Boom, Yi Tian appeared, cast the third sequence of Supreme Tao supernatural powers, and blasted and killed the group of Supreme Tao virtual demons. How powerful is Yi Tian's strength? If these Supreme Tao Void Demons use all their means, they can still compete with him. But at this moment, they were all injured, and their whole cards were almost used up, so naturally they couldn't stop Yi Tian. Bang bang bang, a void demon of the 9 levels to the peak of the Tao realm was blown up. Escape. The remaining Supreme Tao Void Demons knew that they were no match for Yi Tian, so they wanted to escape. But the densely packed third sequence of Supreme Tao rules shrouded all around, blocking their way. Puff. A 9-layer Supreme Tao Void Demon with an extremely strong bloodline was pierced by Yi Tian's 9-painted Supreme Tao Spear and killed by the Japanese bombardment. However, there is still a Void Demon of the Supreme Tao who broke the blockade and is about to escape. But at this time, Yi Tian's other copy body, 143, shot and stopped them. Then came the third duplicate body. 3 duplicate bodies are enough to deal with them, making it impossible for all the Supreme Tao Void Demons to escape. After a short time, these Shidaoshu all died in the hands of Yi Tian. With so many 9-level Supreme Tao Void Demons dead, the Supreme Tao Void Demons are going to go crazy. Yi Tian murmured. After all, the Supreme Tao Void Demon side launched an invasion and created disasters, and they just wanted to cultivate a 9th-level Supreme Tao Void Demon with the strongest blood. As a result, this time, 3 of the 9-layer Supreme Tao Void Demons of the Xeon bloodline fell. I can't kill too many in the future, otherwise the Supreme Tao Void Demon will attack the Congenital Origin Alliance, and I will be the one who is unlucky. Yi Tian murmured. Subsequently, he collected all the items on these Supreme Tao Void Demons, and then shot and killed the legendary creature. Afterwards, he collected resources around here again, and then went back. There are so many low-quality third-order Supreme Tao rule items on these Supreme Tao virtual demons. He took a look, and there were about 100 low-quality items of the third sequence of Supreme Tao, which should be their inventory, and they were all on their bodies, but they were killed by Yi Tian at one time, and became Yi Tian's spoils of war. That's right, with so many items of the third sequence of Supreme Principles, there is almost no shortage of items of the third sequence of Supreme Principles of the Emperor of Longevity. Yi Tian said excitedly. The years that followed, Yi Tian gradually beheaded 100 legendary creatures, and successively exchanged for 3,000 items of the third sequence of Supreme Tao rules from the Emperor of Longevity. Of course, all of them are the lowest quality third-order Supreme Tao rules, and there is not even a medium quality one. Emperor Changsheng is really powerful. He must have paid a very high price for collecting so many items of the third sequence of Supreme Principles. Yi Tian guessed. After obtaining 100 copies of the legendary blood, the Emperor of Longevity Su Changsheng left the legendary world by special means. Soviet domain. When Su Changsheng came back, he immediately met the young Su Yuan of the Little Su clan, Su Yuan. Meet the ancestor, Su Changsheng said respectfully. Changsheng, have you collected 100 copies of the legendary blood? Su Yuan asked. Yes, ancestor, I am willing to donate this 100 legendary blood to the Su clan. Please help me ask the 13th patriarch to heal my wounds. Su Changsheng requested. It's hard for you. In order to collect the 100 pieces of legendary blood, you have almost exhausted all your wealth and owed a lot of favors, right? Su Yuan said. Su Changsheng nodded slightly, but did not speak. As Su Yuan said, he did pay a great price, and owed too many favors, and even owed too much debt, but as long as the foundation is restored, he can quickly break through to the legendary realm. At that time, he can slowly repay those arrears. Let's go, I'll take you to meet the 13th elder. He had promised this matter, and naturally he would not go back on his word. Thank you, Patriarch. Su Changsheng was excited. Wow, Su Yuan brought Su Changsheng back and forth, left the Soviet region, and soon came to the headquarters of the Innate Origin Alliance. This place is located in a special void, and only a few tall people can enter here. Su Yuan brought Su Changsheng to the palace of the 13th elder. Brother Su, come in. The gate of the palace opened. Su Yuan and Su Changsheng walked in. The 13th elder is a woman, whose appearance is similar to that of a human being. With human aesthetics, the 13th elder is undoubtedly a beautiful woman. Meet the 13th elder, Su Yuan said respectfully. In terms of status, he is far inferior to the 13th elder, but he belongs to the oldest group of elders in the congenital origin alliance. Before the 13th elder was born, he was already an elder. It's just that the 13th elder is too evil, and now he has surpassed him, and has won the title of the 13th elder. This also means that the 13th veteran ranks 13th in the innate origin alliance, and his strength is similar. As for the original name of the 13th patriarch, it has been too long and no one has mentioned it. Brother Su, do you want me to heal the fundamental wound of your descendant? Asked the 13th elder. Yes, please help the 13th elder. Su Yuan asked. Yes. The 13th patriarch nodded, but you need to prepare Yulu Zidao liquid, otherwise even I will not be able to perfectly repair his foundation. The 13th patriarch, this is Yulu Zidoye. Su Yuan took out a drop of Yulu Zidoye and handed it to the 13th elder. Only then did Su Changsheng understand that the patriarch probably had prepared it long ago, otherwise he would not have taken out Yulu Zidoye immediately. The 13th elder made a move. She stretched out her slender jade hand, and waved second sequence of lane rules mobilized a special force testicle into the jade dew liquid. Immediately, Yulu Zidoye turned into a stream of light and merged into Su Changsheng's body. Reversal, Qi, this is the ancient art of the 13th elder, the reversal art, which can reverse the foundation, but it consumes a lot of money and requires a medium. With the help of the reversal technique, Su Changsheng found that his fundamental injuries were being reversed, and he recovered little by little. It didn't take long for his foundation to fully recover, but at this moment, the 13th elder of 1.6 was a little unsteady, obviously because he had consumed a lot of energy. The recovery is like this, thank you 13th elder. Su Changsheng said hastily. The 13th elder, thank you, I will take my descendant away. Su Yuan said, go, she rest. The 13th patriarch said. Soviet domain. Su Yuan brought Su Changsheng back here, and then said, Changsheng, let you collect 100 pieces of legendary blood, and it will make the clan unable to say anything. After all, you also know very well that the ninefold Supreme Tao whose foundation is injured in the clan you are not the only one, if they all come to beg me, I can't. Old ancestor, I understand. Su Changsheng said hastily. Let's attack the legendary Tao realm. Su Yuan waved his hands. Yes, patriarch. Su Changsheng stepped back. Chapter 2880 Beheading Top Legendary Creatures. Su Changsheng's roots had recovered, and he had already prepared a piece of top legendary blood for himself. The top legendary blood is of no use to the 9th realm of Tao realm, but it is useful to him. Moreover, he has also comprehended the 3rd sequence of Supreme Tao rules, and the chance of impact becoming the legendary Supreme Tao realm is almost 100%. Of course, he only prepared this top-level legendary blood. If he really failed, there was no way to break through, and he would have to plan a long time to obtain a top-level legendary blood. After, Su Changsheng began to announce the retreat. Time flies, and thousands of years have passed since the Tao era. This day, boom, the vision of Su Changsheng's breakthrough was sensed throughout the Soviet region. Su Changsheng has broken through to the legendary realm. Didn't his foundation be damaged? He couldn't break through for endless years. Why is he breaking through now? You don't know yet. Su Changsheng saved 100 copies of legendary blood and donated it to the clan, in exchange for the opportunity of the ancestor to invite the 13th elder, and he was cured. My god, 100 pieces of legendary blood, how did he do it? I don't know, it must have been accumulated little by little over the long years, right? All of a sudden, countless Su people in the entire Soviet region were extremely envious. Especially those whose foundations have been damaged in the 9th level Supreme Tao realm are even more jealous, and they are the ones who can't wait to repair their foundations and break through. Winter Night Stronghold. Yi Tian also heard the news of Su Changsheng's breakthrough. Emperor Changsheng has broken through to the legendary Supreme Tao realm. His strength should be stronger than many legendary Supreme Tao realms. He has soared into the sky. Yi Tian murmured, and not long after, Su Changsheng personally came to visit him at Winter Night Stronghold. Thank you Deacon Yi. Su Changsheng thanked him personally. Emperor Changsheng is too polite, we are dealing fairly. Yi Tian smiled. But Su Changsheng said, except for Deacon Yi, no one traded with me like this, and although I paid a lot of low-quality third-order supreme rules, they are of no use to me, and I just got 100 copies. The legendary blood gave me a chance to be cured. Moreover, 100 copies of the legendary blood is an unimaginable background for a Su. At least those ordinary people from the 9th level to the peak of the Tao realm will not need to go to the legendary Siu in the future. Gone. Ordinary 9th layer to Tao realm peak clansmen, unless they give up their achievements in the legendary Tao realm, if they go to the legend realm to fight for their lives, 99 out of 100 will perish, and at most only one will get the legendary blood by chance. This is their tragedy. Of course, powerful ethnic groups or forces will give the legendary blood, and there is no need to risk their lives. This is also the reason why the forces of the Su and Qin tribes are becoming more and more powerful, and there are more and more legendary Tao realms, and there is no way for those ordinary forces to compare. Su Chengsheng stayed with Yi Tian for a long time, and the two had been chatting very happily. After that, Su Chengsheng left. His cultivation has not been stabilized yet, he just came here specially to thank Yi Tian. This time he has to continue to retreat and practice hard. World of Legends. Yi Tian killed some legendary creatures again, but this time he didn't continue to sell the legendary blood, but kept it for himself to be used by the people in the future. In this way, the future 9 realms of the human race will not need to come to the legendary world to fight for their lives. Moreover, his realm of the 3rd sequence of Supreme Tao rules is also rapidly improving. He is going to hunt and kill legendary creatures with top legendary blood after raising the 3rd sequence of Supreme Tao rules to a 100% perfect state. Unknowingly, 100,000 to Tao era years have passed. This time is a long time for ordinary Supreme Tao realm, but for 9 layers abandoned Tao realm, it is just a small retreat time. The 3rd sequence of Supreme Tao rules has been raised to 100% realm. Not only that, but his cultivation base has also been greatly improved, all of which are using the resources of the legendary world to continuously improve his cultivation base, and it is not too far from the 9th level to the late stage of the Tao realm. This day, Yi Tian went to hunt legendary creatures with top legendary blood, and had already found the target. In the world of legends, Lin Longhai. Here lives a legendary creature with top legendary blood. If it was Yi Tian in the past, he would not be able to kill such a legendary creature. Like the 9 realms in the legendary ancient city, 109 realms must join forces, and they must wait until this legendary creature fights with other legendary creatures and is seriously injured before daring to hunt it. Many of the 9th level Supreme Tao realm usually don't go hunting at all, but wait there, using various snooping weapons of the Supreme Tao rule to investigate silently, waiting for legendary creatures to be injured before setting out to hunt. Dare to hunt the legendary creatures in full state. There are only 10 people in Yiwei. Boom! On the Linlong Sea, an extremely huge Linlong emerged, with an extremely terrifying aura, staring fixedly at Yi Tian. It will kill any intruder who dares to enter Linlonghai, as its own refreshment. In an instant, one person and one dragon fought against each other. The collision of the 3rd sequence of Supreme Tao rules will be hundreds of millions of confrontations in an instant. Linlong is very powerful, and the 3rd sequence of the Supreme Law is also very powerful, but the 3rd sequence of the Supreme Law is not as good as Yi Tian. But in terms of strength, Yi Tian is at best comparable to this Linlong. The point is, Linlong's body is harder than Yi Tian can't touch him. The top-level legendary body is indeed very hard, it is difficult to break its defense. Yi Tian secretly said 903. But if he dared to hunt this Linlong, he would naturally have a way to kill it. That is to severely damage it from the inside, but if you break into Linlong's interior, it will also be blocked by Linlong, unable to avoid the attack, and it is easy to be killed. However, he is not afraid of losing the duplicate body, as long as he can kill Linlong. Several copies of Yi Tian's body besieged Linlong. During the fight, the replica body of the Japanese tool broke into Linlong's interior from its mouth. Linlong sensed it, and mobilized his strength to blast and kill Yi Tian in his body. As time passed, Yi Tian injured Linlong inside Linlong. After a long time, this duplicate body was bombarded and killed by Linlong internally, but Linlong was also severely injured. After a while, it died in Yi Tian's hands. Finally kill this top-level legendary creature. Yi Tian murmured. The top legendary creatures are so hard to kill, those legendary creatures with the most powerful legendary blood are so hard to kill. Those of the 9th level Tao realm really have a way to kill legendary creatures with legendary blood. Even if those legendary creatures are seriously injured, they can't kill them, right? Yi Tian murmured. Perhaps, those 9 realm supreme Taoists from great powers may have astonishing trump cards, but he doesn't know that's all.